Saturday, we have a code for the Schmoedown on Saturday night. And that code is Bloodbath because of what Sam Levine said was going to happen between Guy and Burnett. And there's a new main event for Brooklyn. If you didn't know that, if you didn't watch the awards, William Bibiani versus Dan Murrell versus The Kid in a triple threat match. So great main event here in Brooklyn. So you guys will break that down, all of that. And so yeah.
Why are we back here?
I don't know, man. I got a call.
For just a reaction?
It's a new era. I guess we're doing things differently.
To our hosts, the people who's gonna call the show with me tonight, go make some noise for Mark, Ellis, and Christian.
Oh, memories. Whoa. Nice. Pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, this is awesome, but a 3-hour drive for this?
Look, do you want to be snubbed again for the after show award? I don't.
Boys! Y'all know what y'all need? Do you know what you need if you want to go straight to the top? You know what you need, don't you?
Let me guess. An airplane.
Jet ski.
Parachute.
Hot air balloon.
No, you need a boat. And I'm the boat.
Boat. Yeah.
Boat.
Oh.
You get it? You get it? Me. I'm the boat.
Yeah.
Best of all time. Brad's opinions are true. Look, I'll tell you why you're here. Y'all don't want to be snubbed for the after show again, right? And I know when I was going off on everybody, I didn't mention the two of you, and I didn't mention the two of you for a reason. Y'all are two of the best reactors the Schmoedown has ever seen. I think together, I mean, look, think about this. Last year, Robert, you almost took the family out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Chris, you were there. You were there, man. You were there.
Please stop.
You were there. Together, we can make this happen. We can take y'all straight to the top. What do you say?
I mean, you came all this way. It's here. And this is our idea because we have the camera out filming, so yeah, let's do it.
All right, come on. Let's go do it. Let's go do it. Come on, let's go. Yeah, go.
What's going on, everybody? We are the Cinefanatics. My name is Chris Adams.
I'm Robert Adams.
And today we have a special guest for the season opener of the Schmoedown in New York City. We have the boat.
That's right, it is me. Hashtag Brad's Opinions True. Hashtag best of all time. Hashtag I'm on a boat. Hashtag boat life. I am here, guys. Thanks for having me. Y'all came all the way to the great city, the best city in the state of Texas, Houston.
Yeah, maybe. Austin's pretty good.
Austin's all right. It's all right. It's
We'll give you a second best.
Well, no, if the boat's here, it means it's the best.
Oh, fine. Fine, we'll go with best. Anyway, I want to thank you for joining us on this one.
Yeah,
It's,
I'm excited.
Really cool. Actually, get you here. We're gonna watch the season opener together. See how good your movie trivia knowledge is playing along.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, just because look, we got him. Who didn't get him?
Do we want to go through the list? How much time do we have here?
Everybody else.
Oh,
Everybody else.
that's a nice catch-all.
Look, and here's the thing. They made it easy on the boat. They said, we'll come to you, right? We'll work around your schedule. I was like, how can I say no? How can I say no? And Texas boys, right?
Texas boys.
We gotta hold it down.
Yeah, it's the benefit of living in Texas is we can make that 18,000-hour drive anywhere else in Texas.
Yeah.
If we need to.
Absolutely.
But New York live event. This is the season opener. The first match is going to be Andrew Guy versus Robert Meyer Burnett.
Boo.
Who you doing?
Which one?
We have, since the match with Family versus Only Stupid Answers, we have come to the realization that it really was Robert Meyer Burnett who was orchestrating everything, and that, originally I was kind of against Guy for that whole match, but it really wasn't his fault. He just wanted what was best for him and his partner, which was to get a belt. Burnett failed to deliver on that promise of getting them a belt, so He just wants what's best. It's the same thing I would do. It's the same thing he would do. Probably the same thing you would do.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. So, therefore, I really want to see Burnett go down on this one.
And on top of that, just to recap, we went to Spectacular, tried to say, hey, Burnett, let us join your squad with you. We understand your position. At that point, we were like, we understand that maybe Guy wasn't performing best for you.
Right.
So let us show you what we're about. And he said, what do you have to offer me? And what do we have to offer him? You saw he took his boys to
Movie knowledge. That's what he's got to offer. That's the only commodity we have here in the Schmoedown.
Yeah.
Movie knowledge.
Yeah.
Third round, three-pointer question.
Yeah.
Like, what do you have to? That's what you have to offer. So,
On like 30 minutes notice.
Yeah.
So I mean, look.
No study, no prep.
So when you ask the question for this first match, who do you got? Guy.
Oh, easily.
Of course we got Guy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and also here's the thing, Andrew Guy, you can't discount him. Robert Meyer Burnett, former champion, we know this, Intergeekdom division, early stages, probably wouldn't hang as well today in the Intergeekdom division, right? Safe to say, with killers like Kevin Smets out there,
Absolutely.
and others, and Mark Konopik, Mike Kalinowski, and then you got Andrew Guy. This is a guy who has one of the most memorable wins in movie trivia Schmoedown history when he beat Dan Merle. He beat Dan Merle.
One of the
So
biggest upsets.
How could he not be the favorite? But that's
Right.
my question about this match. Andrew Guy, maybe for the first time in his career, walking in to a singles match as the favorite,
Heavy favored.
heavy
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah.
Is that gonna affect his play at all? Is he gonna be a little bit too full of himself?
Is it going to get in his head?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we'll see. I mean, that's if he's in his head, that's the only route I think Burnett has in this match. So
Yeah.
The next match after that's going to be the triple threat: Dan Merle, Bibiani, and the Kid. Which you have a name for the Kid.
Yes, he is a fine, young, tenderoni. And I gotta say this about Brendan Meyer. He's a phenomenal human being. Super nice guy. Well, either he's really nice or he has an addiction to sniffing super glue. I don't know which one it is, but he's a super nice guy, right? He comes off that way. So I told him, and I don't mind revealing this, I told him when I saw him at the draft awards, I picked him to win this one. I thought that the Kid has the tools. He and Janine the Machine are the two people who haven't won a title, who I think are most deserving of winning a championship, and who I think will win in season 7. And the Kid has had prior experience with Ben Bateman, right? And it didn't go his way. And I think that if you repeat it, it's my old analogy about the NFL is if you play the same team twice in the NFL schedule, you're going to beat them at least one of those times. So I would put a favorite on Brendan to actually go all the way in Atlanta.
That's a really interesting idea. Like I didn't consider that. I mean, my take is I think you got Dan who hasn't lost a live event yet. Every live event he's been in, he's won. So I feel like Dan is probably the heavily favored here. But you can't discount Bibiani either. Bibiani knows his stuff.
Yeah, he's like walking movie knowledge. He's almost like pretty much the walking IMDb, like the depths of IMDb that you find yourself stumbling on while you're studying to potentially have a Schmoedown match in the very near future. That is the kind of stuff that Bibiani does know.
Yeah.
But he also thinks that Home Alone 5 is the best Home Alone movie, right? So that knocks him down a peg in my book.
He's got some really interesting takes sometimes.
Right. Yes.
That's why I follow him on Twitter though, because you always got to have those people who don't agree with you but know how to position their point pretty well.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
Follow Bibiani on Twitter.
At the Bibs.
Plug for him.
Yeah.
That's not his Twitter handle, but I just made it his.
New Twitter handle at the Bibs. It should be. Yeah, I say let's jump into this, see how this goes.
I'm ready. So we got Guy, and who do y'all got?
I got Guy and Merle.
I've got Guy and
Be different.
I'm probably gonna have to go with Bibiani on this one.
Okay.
I think
Bibiani
Bibiani might
Kid.
take it.
Bibiani Kid Merle. So
This is
only
gonna
one
be
of us is
fun.
going to prevail.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah, let's jump in. Here we go.
This place out. And then, later this year, last year, August, a couple got proposed on this stage.
I got to say, the beard looks good.
Tonight,
Yeah, I think he's rocking the beard right now.
Beard looks good. The beard plays.
Yeah, it does.
too, good.
I think the beard played for Bateman also, but then he shaved it for some
That's
reason.
right.
It was a playoff beard. You know what I mean?
Boundaries can break up as long as they stay together. And this is fun. I was told just backstage before I came out, I was told that tonight the people watching around the world is a new record for live stream views watching this event. So, hi to everybody.
I don't think they have his his mic turned on yet for the board. That's fine. We all have issues every now and then.
Quieter.
Maybe they did that on purpose. Yeah.
It's a slow build into the
Right.
grandiose.
You don't want to. Yeah, you got to crescendo your way up there.
Mark has this ego. We were just trying to cut him down.
That's what I've longed to say as a youth. Let me do it last year twice. I'm going to go for it again. Live from New York. It's Saturday night.
I get it because it was Saturday.
It was a Saturday night.
Yeah,
And it's like an SNL thing.
It's clever.
He's a comedian.
yeah.
It's pretty good.
Oh, look, Kyle's there.
But ladies and gentlemen, I am just the Chewbacca.
Yep.
This young man's Han Solo.
I love Kyle more than words can
Some call me the
describe.
Jeff Hostower to his Phil Sims.
He's a phenomenal human being. He's from Pennsylvania, I think, too.
But I know him as the reason why we are all
He
here
travels all
tonight.
over.
He is
Yeah. He's
not
been to,
only
like,
the
almost every single
co-creator,
show.
the driving
Yeah.
force behind the movie Trivia Schmoedown. He is the chairman, and he is
We
from
call it super fan
New
right there.
York. Ladies and gentlemen,
Need
the
more of 'em.
chairman, Mr. Christian Harlow!
He is the right kind of super fan, though. Like he's the hype man that you want at every single show.
He's phenomenal. At Spectacular, he sweat through like 3 shirts. I'm serious. And like that's dedication. That's passion.
Yeah.
So good. It's funny, no matter. Thank you. Awesome. You know, no matter what, no matter how many times Mark tells you, okay, when we go out, you're going to find the yellow mic. I said to him when I hugged him, I said a nice thing. I go, which mic? I still have, to this day, I have no idea what I'm doing.
He's nothing if not a professional, folks.
Nothing at
He
all.
forgot his glasses and his pants.
You know, when we were doing the Spectacular, I was out there, doing the pre-show Emma Fythe, and I was told, hey, right after, at this time, you got to bring out Mark and Christian like on the dot. So I, yell them out, bring them out.
Yeah.
Mark comes out, Christian nowhere to be found, and then he comes running up the side of the stage. He's like, "Did you announce me?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh crap!" And then he had to like run out on the stage.
Guys in general is that I know so many of you already, and the people that have come here, and talking to people last night, and you guys are saying, I come here. I had a really great comment last night. Someone said, I didn't really feel accepted in what I was doing.
Oh, that's
I
right. They
found
filmed
this
the
community.
SEN
I found
the
this
night
place.
before.
I found this
Yeah, with
game.
Matt
I
Serra,
found all these friends. And
former UFC
this
heavy,
is
UFC welterweight
built,
champion.
and we're building it every day.
That guy's a trip.
And if you
Yeah,
didn't
he's
watch
great.
last night,
He's a great
whoever,
personality.
he's got a lot stronger.
He's got a great podcast. Like I don't know if y'all are fight fans, but like for fight fans out there, UFC Unfiltered, phenomenal podcast.
The comics, the games, the show. Well, the company, Skybound, official partner of the movie Trivia Show.
Yes.
That's huge.
That is awesome.
This is huge.
Big news.
It's massive. It's the biggest news Schmoedown's gotten.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Doing the "You Deserve It" chant. Yeah, of course.
Gotta love it.
That's nice. You get a "You Deserve It" chant. They chanted vegetables at me. So
Baby
I think it was
where
right.
we stand.
There's
true.
so much that, and I'll be on Tuesday on SCN Live. I'll go more into detail with you guys. But the season and the league, it's just going to increase so much more already because all the teams we have now, the managers, the factions, it's going to get great. And what a card to start out the season with. Because if you look at the first match, you have the captain, Robert Meyer Burnett.
It's a great reaction though. Got some great heel heat. Great heel heat. Tell the Action Army's in there thick though.
You talk about Robert Meyer Burnett must feel like The Walking Dead coming out here to that reception.
I think he likes
Speaking
it.
of
I think he
Skybound.
likes it, but
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys
Right.
know who he's playing. He's playing a guy by the name of Andrew Guy. I heard of him. Okay.
Outside the Action Army, this has got to be like the first time Andrew Guy's gotten like
they know him.
the whole crowd cheering for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look, that's the match I'm terrified of.
Me too.
Because I had to announce Robert Meyer Burnett versus Tom Dagnino, and I'm never getting that hour of my life back. No. So I hope a little bit more
None of
points
us
were
are.
scored today. And I was looking at the competitors backstage. They have a different look in their
That
eye.
was
Both Andrew and Robert
fun.
Meyer Burnett. They
That
know
was
what
a-
this means for themselves. What it
That's a
could
word.
mean for the future going forward. They are prepared.
You know, some
they
like
are
bad
ready to go,
movies
and
you
that's
like
just the
enjoy
first one.
watching.
That's right.
The
That's
Room.
The Room. Yeah.
The Room, oh hi Mark. But that one wasn't even enjoyable. it was a rough to get through.
It's all about himself. He was selfish.
As somebody who would be a sports fan, that would there wasn't sportsing happening in that.
No.
But
You know, a lot of times, like when it's a low-scoring game, they'll say, "Well, this is a high defensive battle." You know, this is a great defensive battle.
Sure.
Yeah, that wasn't one of these.
Teammates going up against each other. You got Brendan the Kid Meyer.
Yeah, fine, young, tenderoni.
Yep. William
We need to look
the
into that
Beast
glue thing, by the
Viviani.
You might be on something.
And they will be in that triple threat against the 3-time movie trivia Schmoedown champion, Dangerous Dan Murrell, in the house.
How do you bet against Dan?
It's hard, you know. I mean, no one's had a run like him in every era of the show.
Let me get this straight. So
in
there's
every
gonna be a
iteration of the
beast, a
Schmoedown
shark, and we're gonna put a
championship belt,
child in the
right?
middle
He's
of that
held every
match?
one of them.
It looks like it.
And now he finds himself in New York again, 1 year removed from when he won the championship back against Ethan Irwin. In the same building.
I can feel it already. It's going to be something special. And we're starting out with both Guy and Burnett. We're going to show you how they got to be right where we are today in a little video right here.
I mean, we're also in a season where Dan can go after the Inner Geekdom belt now. I mean
that he's a deadly player. He really is.
I am the man that gets things done for you.
No, you're not.
What do you think that jacket smells like?
A lot of things.
Mothballs.
I don't know if it's ever been washed. It doesn't look like it's been laundered.
It is a glorious looking jacket.
Oh, it's great. It's a great jacket. I love the jacket.
Have me do whatever you want. You pick. Let's set some shit on fire.
Look, they did me a favor.
Yeah. You don't have to edit that one out.
Hey.
There they
that
are
place
right
looks
there.
familiar.
Yeah, right here in the World Gym Arena.
That's just like
Just right outside the door right here.
Sold a whole show out for Christian, and he lets this happen to me?
Is he ready mentally? Is he ready physically?
So Robert Meyer Burnett very happy to greet his stable. Drew's still limping.
These are the #1 contenders in this league. They're going all the way.
That was a good match too.
My family
Great match.
goes all the way to the finals.
Sam wins the tournament.
I think that's probably a good time to announce my retirement.
Oof.
But I think what's really important is what happens with me. Next year is going to be my year, isn't it?
Great cut.
That's some good editing right there.
It's a great cut.
Is this
Oh, this was so good.
Yeah.
All Robert Meyer Burnett. It's time for a change.
Mr. Andrew Guy.
Now I'm with Sam and Drew McQueenie. Are you kidding me? This is going to be absolutely out of this world. Do your worst. Make it about you again. Because you know what? I'm the captain now.
That's just a great piece of business right there. Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming this is Eric who put this promo together, Nerd Chronic.
Yeah.
He's just, and I heard that he's actually taking over all editing for the Schmoedown.
Yeah.
So shout out to him, man. It's a gargantuan effort.
But it's well
An
deserved.
undertaking. Yeah, he's so
between
good.
those two for sure, and there's so much.
I love that the retirement announcement. We were actually at the party
At Eric's house.
Eric was doing, where he had like all the reactors and
The Action Army.
the Action Army was like Call to Action was there, and they were just losing their
Oh,
mind.
God, I wish I would have seen that. I wish I would have been there.
That was
I love when they're in misery, torment.
the tension was so
Palpable.
Palpable.
There you go.
You could cut it with a knife.
Or a whole bottle of Jameson.
Hey.
We'll
leave that one alone.
Understanding, Guy told Levine, I'm good. I want to do this on my own. I want to go in there and face him on his own. And Burnett, we thought was going to do that, but Burnett is actually entering with someone tonight, and we'll show you guys who that is when.
Do we know who they are?
I know who
Entering
it
with
is, but I'm
somebody.
waiting for the crowd to see him. We'll explain a little bit more once that person walks in. But
Oh, it's like a reveal.
I believe so.
Wow. You put glasses on this guy, and he knows a thing or two.
I know a thing
I think
or
they
two.
look nice.
Thank you so much.
I think they look nice.
That.
We'll talk about it at home.
The question, though, is that we know that Andrew Guy in the past has been an emotional player. We know that when he has had nothing to lose, he shows up. He beat Dan Murrell, he beat Mark Riley, and then when the stakes got on him and it started to, really push on him against John Roca, he didn't get it done, and then against Ben Bateman, it didn't happen.
You think the spotlight hurts him? You think he chokes under the gun, under the pressure of the moment?
I just think that sometimes if he lets emotion get to him, because against Roca, the emotion was high. Against Bateman, clearly the emotion was high. So what is he going to do here against his former manager? We'll have to find out.
Less emotion, more gamesmanship, more stepping up in the big moment. Basically, you think Andrew Guy needs to turn into a legend named Eli Manning tonight. That was for you. That was for someone.
Sports reference?
I personally hate
sports
the
reference.
ball club.
Yeah,
That was for you.
yeah. New York Giants 2-time Super Bowl champion.
We're
Just
going to say,
retired.
because this is Guy has
New York
everything
Giants,
to lose.
that's,
Burnett has
that's
nothing
golf,
to lose.
right?
Burnett took the 10th spot
Got
in
it.
his action tonight, so he was in order to play. But that last match against Dagnino was a disaster.
It was to say it was awful is an insult to everything else I've ever called awful. Maybe he's just here for free pizza, but when he gets on that stage, he's a showman. He likes performing, and he likes doing a little bit of competing as well.
Well, are you ready, my friend?
I'm prepared, ready to go. The beard is good.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the movie trivia Schmoedown!
Season opener.
That's
Here we
right.
go.
I'm hyped. This is a fun.
This
is a fun season
division.
opener. Andrew Guy's the best character I think in the history of the Schmoedown.
First.
I mean, it's either him or Roca, and I think I give it to Guy. I think he took what John Roca did and built upon it.
Yeah, love the Outlaw, but Guy's been super dynamic.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, his father passed that down to him, so.
That's true. It is hereditary.
Burnett's coming out. Do I have enough? Do I have enough tape over here for how? Yeah, I think we're good.
One win, one loss.
I think we'll make it.
Okay.
Captain.
We're not gonna run out of tape.
Look, he goes on so long.
It's a big worry in the 2020s.
He can go on so long that digital will run out of tape.
Burnett hugging people that don't want to be hugged. Look at him right up on stage.
He's got that Jason White.
James
White,
yeah.
Cannot recognize.
I will have that name corrected the next time we do this.
Look at Kyle. Oh man.
You do not understand what the burning grooves represent. You're all wrong. You're wrong.
You can't tell Kyle he's wrong.
I want as much energy as that man has.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Kyle or Burnett?
Either one of them. A combination of both.
That person's unstoppable.
Army, after Guy's performance in the family this year, it's in action, Army.
Oh man.
I like my joke better.
Fans happy, I'll tell you that.
Andrew Guy is a
Just
joker,
saying.
not a clutch player. My genius led to the nuke that brought you all of here and us together. Andrew Guy, I gave him
that
every match.
That's your
I
genius.
promised Drew McWeeny a championship, and you know why he didn't get it? Andrew Guy choked. As a matter of fact, my genius even led to the deal they announced with Skybound. You know who got that in?
Oh, good Lord. Okay.
Me. I met with the executives. They knew my genius was not limited to this jacket. I drafted the Golden Boy.
You know what's sad is I'm scared that part of that is
this
true.
game has ever seen.
You don't know,
Or
man.
we'll see. You'll
This
see
guy
who
who's
plays.
connected. I was talking to Robert Burnett
Before
for
that-
Spectacular backstage. He had involvement with the original XFL and did voiceover work with. I mean, it's just crazy. Like you don't know who this guy knows.
He's got people everywhere.
He's got people everywhere. He's got splinter cells everywhere.
You know what? The proof will be in the pudding, gentlemen. And I will just allow my action to speak louder than his inaction.
He's really sticking his ground on that one.
Robert Meyer Burnett.
I like the way he did it there better.
Yeah.
He should have ended with that. Don't have the earlier joke.
And there's James White. James White was chosen.
I don't think any of the
in
Action Army had
second round.
voices
No one
at
knew who
Spectacular
James White
after
was. Now they know
Guy's
who he is,
video
and he's
popped
there
up.
front and center with
Yeah,
Burnett.
And then Burnett started screaming at them.
So they definitely seem to like Guy more than they like
Thank
Bateman.
you for the Skybound deal.
Mhm.
I didn't.
Bateman is a betrayer.
Must have been in the room.
They say, can they let that go though?
Team Guy or Team Traitor.
Well, now they're both,
opponent!
but they're both good guys now.
Yeah. So I think they're kind of everywhere right now.
Yeah, we need to have like a uniting of the Action Army.
Usual suspects. All right. We're in it, guys. Actual like factions.
Are y'all gonna like get behind a certain team this year?
We're still waiting. We're gonna get behind whoever gets behind us. Right now, we've been pretty solid Dungeon fans, but
The Dungeon. That's my Kaiser impression.
it wasn't bad.
It's all right.
Smash him.
Smash.
Nice. He's still wearing the doll face
He's
shirt.
got the doll face shirt. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm supporting the Rockstars this year. I think Roxy Strider took a lot of big swings at the draft. And I think if she connects with a couple of those, man, Jim Vavida,
Yeah.
JTE, if JT is active,
If
like
both
frequent,
of them come out and play.
it's a great team.
I wonder if this is like the moment that Guy's been waiting for, to have the entire crowd cheering for him.
Yeah. It's an interesting dynamic, but the thing is, what's great about Andrew Guy's character is he doesn't have to change much to be liked. Even though he's the best heel ever. He's like The Rock.
Yeah.
2020, baby, 2020. I am so excited to show you.
He's making that transition.
The usual suspects and an embarrassment of a dinosaur, of a fossil. This man was the IG
Sort of.
champion before Brendan Meyer was even born. All right? He's a joke. When I was at my lowest, my real lowest, I quit. I walked away from you, and I apologize. But you know what happened?
He apologized.
He made it about him.
Definitely a turn.
Unscripted, unabashed. That was real. He does not care about me. He does not care about you.
Joker.
Yikes.
I won a belt once. You have not.
You.
Shots fired.
I didn't talk during yours. Have some respect for the game.
Ooh.
You know how bad it is if Andrew Guy's got to tell you to have respect for the game?
He doesn't study. He doesn't care. He only cares about himself. And you know what? I'm going to embarrass him right now for you, for them, and for Skybound, baby. Let's go.
Look at that.
Great promo. It's going to suck if he loses.
Oh, yeah.
If somehow he loses, his season's over, right?
It's all on him. He's got everything to lose. Burnett's nothing.
Yeah, that's why Burnett can play this freely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gentlemen negotiating with Skybound.
No, not
So
at all.
Burnett as a manager, is he allowed to get points off of his own game of him playing?
That's why he has an open slot on his team right now. He's taking his open slot on his team.
Okay.
Oh, and then he might. Is he going to retire himself if he loses? Or?
Yeah, once this is over, he's backed out of his team, so that slot
What if he
becomes
wins?
open again. I think he still backs out, and I think that slot becomes
I don't know
open.
if he wins. I would think that you'd want to continue on. Press your luck.
I mean, maybe.
In round at number 1. As soon as we
It's
ask
a
the question,
possibility.
you have about 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer.
All right, here
Once
y'all
we
go.
ask you by name to reveal your answer, please show what you wrote to the crowd, to us, and then verbalize your attempt into the microphone. You also each have 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. If you're not sure you heard a question right, you want us to repeat it, you just want to buy yourself another 15 seconds for dramatic purposes, use a JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to be used at any point throughout the 3-round match.
All right, so we start with Andrew Guy.
Nobody ever cheers the rules. You know?
No.
Nobody ever cheers orders.
Yeah,
That's
I
kind
mean,
of a cheap copy.
Disappearing my hands all of a sudden. That's crazy.
All right, we start with Andrew Guy. Are you ready?
Some great editing skills there.
Robert Meyer Burnett, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
All right, here we go, guys.
Round number 1, question number 1. In the realm of action adventure,
Is the camera even gonna see
Who
us?
was the headlining star in the 90s action films The Specialist and Assassins?
Maybe we do ask the crowd to
Yes.
answer.
I think I might know this one.
Thank you.
Specialist and assassin.
Thank you,
Assassin.
stranger.
I can't even
When can I answer?
After they are done counting down.
Okay.
5,
They'll do their answers.
4,
Do I go now?
Or after they show their answers, or well, no, yeah.
Yeah, I was Sly. Yeah.
Oh, so you have to do it before they show theirs, but yeah, Stallone.
Yeah, that's what that says. I just wrote it really small.
And your question.
I'll say it like a 2.
Played such characters as Lieutenant Daniel Caffey, Ethan Hunt, and Frank T.J. Mackey.
Oh.
I mean, come on.
I think this is a good. This is an easy one.
I mean, come on.
TC, man.
I need to write bigger.
I have the answers in front.
No. 5, 4.
I don't know why I was trying to spell it with the C when it's
That's Tom Cruise.
It's an S.
Right.
Tom Cruise.
Yes, sir. Andrew.
TC Legend, baby.
TC Legend.
TC Legend.
All right.
Tom Cruise.
I was thinking about the song
Question
Click.
3.
Kanye West. Anybody know?
All right.
Looking at a crib right next to where TC
Played
lives.
Chucky Sullivan, Will's best friend in Good Will Hunting. Chucky Sullivan.
Goodwill Hunting.
Yep.
Dramas. Categories of dramas.
Okay, I need to write bigger.
I think. Wait.
Yes, sir.
Hey, me too, Mark Ellis.
He
It's a
follows
Kanye
one of my
West thing.
followers on Twitter. So.
5, 4,
Yeah.
3,
Uh,
2.
Ben Affleck.
1.
Is my guess.
Ben Affleck.
Yes. And Robert Meyer Burnett.
Ben Affleck.
Yes. 3-3.
Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck.
Right.
Your next question is in the world of animated movies. These are movies drawn by hand or on a computer. Your question, what Disney animated film is known for the song lyric, A Tale as Old as Time?
Oh, come on. Jeez.
Come on, man.
It's the first season in round 1. Get lost.
Fair enough.
You ever get that feeling that Christian's talking to you?
Yeah, all the time.
5,
10 seconds.
4, 3, 2,
Nice.
1. And we start with Andrew Guy.
Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, sorry.
Perfect.
Yes, right. Robert.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
Beauty and the Sword and the Stone. Just kidding. It's Beauty and the Beast.
You better be kidding.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Next question. No. 5. This is the 5th question. Fantasy sci-fi. Who played John Connor in Terminator Salvation?
Oh, okay.
I know why they gave you that question.
Why?
Because you do an impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Stop it.
I don't do a good Arnold.
4.
You know what I do a great? I do a great Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah, brother.
Oh yeah, the Macho Man.
Tell me about him, brother. Tell me
Christian
about
Bale.
him.
Yes, and Guy.
Christian Bale.
Tie
Is
game.
it Christian Bale?
Christian Bale.
CB Legend.
Who is expect the unexpected? Oh yeah.
Happened to a Slim Jim.
Snip it to a Slim Jim.
We'll see you and Smith.
He said comedy.
We'll see you and Smith have a.
Bone saws ready.
Yes.
That's
cute caution.
Who directed the film Elf?
Elf.
Oh.
You see how my questions are really tight and easy to, simple. I get to the point.
I spelled his name wrong, but.
Why am I blanking on his name?
Yo, come on. Pull it.
Tale as old as time. Song as old as rhyme.
Repeat the question.
Ooh, there you go.
Beauty and the Beast.
Do you know what else he's done?
Yes.
Did you just throw a cat at me?
I did.
You know how to pull
I
it.
know who it is. I just can't pull his name.
The dastard isn't completely gone yet.
I might be completely wrong. Because if he doesn't know it, I'm pretty sure I don't know it.
No, I know it.
4.
No, I think you're right.
Okay.
1. We start
Iron Man.
With Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Favreau?
Yes.
John Favreau.
Johnny Favs.
John
Tie
Favreau.
game still.
Oh, what happened there?
Tie game after.
Oh.
Wake up,
Wait.
let's go! The perfect
John
game
Favreau.
right now,
Got it.
come on!
Says Jane Fonda.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's the next one.
Throwback.
This is
Look, my board's already erased.
/thriller.
Nice.
Who
There
starred
you go.
as lawyer and adulterer Dan Gallagher in the film Fatal Attraction?
Fatal Attraction.
I love the way that guy's phrase, like it's on his business card. I am a lawyer and an adulterer.
And an adulterer.
I do adultering on the side.
Don't leave the door.
Ooh.
I think I know this one. I might be a little bit better at this than I thought I was
No,
gonna
this
be.
isn't it.
5. Makes sense if you think
Too
about it.
far. Too far.
Sorry.
Family program.
Babes, will you shut your ass? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hands down.
No swearing, Christian.
You're right.
Does he get a JTE rule for that?
Hands down. And you really are babyface now, huh? And Robert Meyer Burnett.
Michael Douglas.
Yes, and Andrew Guy.
No.
Yeah, baby, Michael Douglas.
He got it.
Michael Douglas. Guess which name I was erasing?
Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
Look at that.
By the way,
That's going to bother me the rest of the time.
I had his son Cameron Douglas on my podcast. You should go check that out, the Brad Gilmore Show.
A
nice.
perfect round.
It'll be a fun listen.
Perfect round. So if they get this correct, they have a perfect round, and they have a chance for a bonus.
I should have just stuck with it.
I think I'm in contention here for perfect round.
Are you really?
I am.
Thank you to all of our patrons in the movie trivia Schmoedown.
I'm not, because I erased Michael Douglas's name.
Jeremy Hastings.
I couldn't pull John Favreau.
Idiot.
Hastings.
JTH.
JTH.
Fellow reactor.
Question in the category of 80s movies, 1980s.
Once again, it's not my
I
level.
lived through that decade.
Just being
Thank you very much.
And your question: what two classic cartoon characters famously take part in a dueling piano duet in 1988? Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh, no.
I like that query.
Oh.
Yep.
I like it. Make them work for it. Make them work for it.
Yeah, perfect.
Don't look at my board,
You
Chris.
said 2 classic cartoon characters?
Yep.
Yeah. This is a Robert Zemeckis film.
5.
I had it just off the dueling piano one. I was like, oh yeah, I know exactly where they're pulling this from.
Pens down. We start with Andrew Guy
Tom and Jerry.
and
Tom
Robert
and-
Meyer Burnett.
Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck.
Nope, close.
The answer was
Donald-
Daffy Duck
Donald Duck and Daffy Duck.
Yep.
Duck.
Daffy and Donald. Wait, I got a perfect round, guys.
Correct.
Daffy and
Good job.
Donald.
7-7, we stay.
This is
Perfect
pretty
round,
shocking.
but
I'm not gonna
now
lie to you.
we enter round number
so
2,
glad I got
and
that
it's
one.
all tied up.
So that's like the
7-7.
best.
The captain
Well, so I'm biased because I love
That's
Robert
really true
Zemeckis
guy.
and Back to the
Round 2,
Future.
Mark.
But I think Who Framed Roger Rabbit
I
is
think
like one of the
Robert Meyer
best,
plays better when Ken Stoppard
meshes
3,000
of
miles
human and
away. That's true.
animation ever.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, in round number 2, this is affectionately known as the wheel round. And how about a hand for
And
the
how
wheel
the
rider,
hell they
Brad
even
Gilmore?
figured out how to do all those, get all those crossover characters. You
Yeah.
know, Daffy and Donald, Mickey and Bugs in the same scenes together.
They put some work in it.
Crazy.
We thought about
There's my man, the
doing
bagel boy.
wheel. Oh, boy. Bagel loves that. Hey,
Got a lot of love. Begabo's got
good
a
to
lot
be
of love.
famous, I guess. Each competitor gets a spin at that there wheel. If you don't
Oh,
like the
Ben
first
Goddard.
category you spin, you are awarded a mulligan, which is golf.
Excited to see what he and RB3 are able to pull off.
Each wedge is going to have 4 questions. Each question's worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. However, stealing is available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. So we have Drew and Robert Meyer Burnett, Christian. They're tied inexplicably at 7 points apiece.
Inexplicably.
Andrew Guy has the right to either spin or you may defer to your
I should have at least had 7 points. That makes me upset.
I like playing from behind.
Wait,
That
what?
means move, Colonel.
Colonel.
if he deferred his spin to you, Robert.
Did you say I like playing from behind?
Yeah.
I don't know why that doesn't sit right.
So again,
It's also not
unless
surprising.
it lands on opponent's choice.
Touche there, Chris.
What do you got? Nolan. Christopher Nolan movies. Christopher Nolan movies.
Take it.
I think he's gonna take that.
Take it.
He should take
Got
that.
it.
Take it.
What's he gonna do?
He's a director himself. Maybe he knows
He does. He
tricks of the
knows.
trade.
He knows Nolan.
I'll take it.
Ooh, yeah.
He's gonna take Nolan movies.
That was not supposed to be a Macho Man impression.
Ooh,
yeah.
Who is expected? Even
4
expected.
questions in the realm.
God, you doing that's hurting my throat.
I know it's been a long time, Robert, but you don't actually need to write down your answers in round 2. You can set that whiteboard down and stop making a fool of yourself.
Wow.
I love this.
Wow.
Respect the game.
Wow, Burnett.
So do we write on our whiteboard here? No,
I
please
didn't
answer.
write
Don't
anything.
know.
Okay.
4 questions. All right, here's your first one. Here's your first one. All right. Wally Pfister won his Best Cinematography Academy Award for which Christopher Nolan
Inception?
film?
Inception.
I'm gonna go with y'all. I
It's
have
either
no,
Inception or one of the Batmans.
I have no idea.
Batman was all. Wait, this is for cinematographer, right?
Yeah.
Correct for the 2-point steal, Drew.
Well, hold on.
Dunkirk?
looking for Inception.
Yeah.
You're right.
I was going to say that. Damn it.
All right, here we go. All right, here's question 2. In Dunkirk, what is the name of the sailing vessel captained by Mark Rylance's character?
It's the name of the boat?
Yeah. Oh. Brad Gilmore.
It's my answer.
Multiple choice. I'll at least help you with that.
I wouldn't know. Okay,
All right.
multiple choice.
Well, I can't. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
you said I don't know. So you said I don't know. So Drew, you could.
Ooh.
I don't know
He
what
said
it.
I don't know.
But
was
I don't
the
even
answer.
know what it would be if
All right,
multiple
so
choice.
Drew for the 2 points.
Wow.
I really needed you to go to multiple.
That's a hard question.
Yeah, that is.
All right. You know what? I've always liked this name, and this isn't what it is because it's in Pirates of the Caribbean. No, I can't do that. I can't just say the wrong answer.
5,
The
4, 3.
the Maid Marian.
Looking for the Moonstone. The Moonstone. All right.
The Moonstone.
How much would you have liked if he just said the Brad Gilmore right there?
All right.
He would have been
Who
my favorite
plays
player of all time.
Dr. Mann, who's the brilliant scientist who was one of the original astronauts sent through the wormhole in Interstellar.
Dr. Mann. That's
Yeah.
Matt Damon.
Matthew McConaughey.
It's incorrect for 2 points steal.
Or is he one of the ones that went with Matthew McConaughey?
Anne Hathaway.
For Matt Damon.
No, you're right.
Matt Damon.
Hey, at least Robert Meyer Burnett gave an answer that time.
That's true.
It was like the continuation of The Martian.
Here is the
Yeah.
fourth and final question here in Nolan. Finish this quote from The Dark Knight Rises. You don't fear death. You welcome it. Your punishment must be more
Severe.
blank.
Yeah.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, creative, B, brutal, C, interesting, D, severe?
Well, I think y'all are right.
D, severe.
For 1 point. Congratulations.
Yeah. So that's interesting that
Punishment must be more severe.
that question falls under a Christopher Nolan director category. So like you pick a director, it's going to be anything from
Right.
any
It
of
could be
his
who
movies.
said it. It could be
Now, if Andrew Guy can get something,
movie tagline.
It's just something. It's tied to that
To the
director
director.
somehow.
really
Yeah.
put him out of his misery here.
Yeah, he needs to get a good category here, and he might be. We're in knockout territory, I think, potentially.
Kubrick. Respin.
Kubrick? Yeah, spin that one again, brother. We're not going to land on Kubrick. Will y'all do good in Kubrick?
Probably him more.
Some of the movies, probably. Yeah.
Is it a better spin? Is it a better result?
And landing on the blue. Spin again. And here's the third spin.
You got to celebrate the wins in life.
Yeah, because you don't want him to get Kubrick, especially because
Kurt Russell.
his enemy's team is the Burning Droogs.
Oh
Yeah, that's true.
Clockwork Orange, a Kubrick movie.
Yeah, he misses a point. Burnett might actually snag that one up.
And he get right back in this game.
In the
But
world of Kurt Russell, or as I call him, KR Legend. Andrew, your first
Well
of 4
played.
questions. For 2 points, which sports film finds Kurt Russell coaching the 1980 United States men's hockey team?
Miracle.
yeah,
Gentlemen, that'd be Miracle.
2 points.
yeah.
Like my mind was like saying Glory at first. I was like, that's not
No,
correct.
that's the basketball movie, isn't
For
it?
2 more points.
I think so.
Which actress plays Kurt Russell's
Glory
wife
Road
in the
or something.
1992 thriller Unlawful Entry?
Love this movie. Just watch it.
It's not a family film.
I've never heard of that movie.
Is it A, Andy McDowell, B, Demi Moore, C, Melanie Griffith, or D, Madeline Stowe?
Melanie Griffith.
Demi Moore.
Madeline Stowe.
Ken Knapsack's favorite actress of all time. It is Madeline
Okay.
Stowe.
Oh, good on him.
For 1 point.
Sounds
Look,
like
your perfect
All right,
first
your
round
next
was
question.
impressive.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know that's
I'm just saying.
That's where I sign off.
Find the quote, give my regards to King Tut.
Oh, Stargate.
3,000 Miles to Graceland.
That is incorrect for a 2-point steal and much needed points. Robert.
He's got it.
Repeat the question.
I can do that for JTE rule.
He's
In
already,
which Kurt Russell film will you find the quote, give my regards to King Tut?
It's
Stargate.
Stargate. Yeah.
That's a big steal for Robert.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's already got more points, I think, here than he scored against Dagnino.
And do you hear like there was a good little cheer for him when he got that right? I don't know what
but
that's
just
about.
because that was a huge poll.
In the world of Kurt Russell,
Also,
greatest
I guess
actor of all time.
maybe because of the relation to Star
Kurt
Trek
Russell
and
first
Yeah.
appeared in which Fast and Furious movie?
is that
Seven.
Seven, yeah.
Seven.
Furious 7.
Yeah.
What's his name in the movie?
Mr. Nobody.
It is.
Mr. Nobody. I was thinking Mr. Body, like from Clue.
Yeah. Mr. Body. Yeah.
Furious 7.
That's a big get for Andrew.
2 points for Andrew.
Where do y'all sit on Clue? Do we like Clue the movie?
I love Clue.
It's great, right?
I love Clue.
All right, 12-10.
And monkey's brain, although popular in Cantonese cuisine, is not often found in Washington, D.C.
All right.
He's just eating it up.
So we have now the third and final round here in this match. Mark, tell me the rules.
Yes, the note to the crowd. Andrew Guy did not just win the match. But he could if he gets his points right in this next round, because in round number 3, each competitor is going to give us a series of numbers. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. We need 3 numbers from each of you. Andrew's going to give us his numbers first, then Robert Meyer Burnett has to pick different numbers. Each number corresponds to a different category of movie, trivia, Schmoedown knowledge. The first question you hear is worth 2 points. Your next one's worth 3 points. Your last one is worth 5. There is no stealing in round number 3.
Are you a horseman?
Christian, Andrew Guy is going to give us
Booker
his
T.
numbers that he feels are
5 time, 5 time, 5 time, 5 time, 5 time.
Okay.
4,
WCW champion.
7, and 11.
4, 7, and 11 for Guy.
I like that.
All right,
Good numbers.
2, 6, and 13.
2, 6.
Those are also some very numbery numbers there.
2, 6,
I don't like those
13
numbers.
For Burnett. All
Not good
Burnett
numbers.
Is going to go first here and try.
Mainly because
to tie
Burnett
the
said
game
them.
here.
Right.
I mean,
If any of us said them,
call it like you said.
Great
fantastic,
numbers.
perfect numbers.
12. I thought it was 12. 13, 10. Okay,
13, 10.
Thank you. I thought it was 12, 10. So I can't see that side.
Look, if the numbers are 7 and 11.
All right, so then
Yeah.
he needs to hit this too. It is
Where's Knapsack?
dramas. It is dramas.
He's at 7-11.
All right, here we go.
Getting a
Robert,
taco or
who
something, or
stars
burrito.
as Benjamin. He's a widower looking to start over with his kids in a Cameron Crowe film called We Bought a Zoo.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, yeah.
Matt Damon.
For 2 points.
Matt
Damon making his presence
Damon.
known in this match.
He missed Matt Damon the first time he was.
I didn't know that was a
allowed to
Cameron
have that
Crowe
happen.
film.
He did.
This
Well,
is
now
Jimmy Kimmel's favorite episode.
Yeah, I
of
was about to
Schmoedown.
say, yeah.
hit
Yeah.
From category,
Clearly.
Category number 6. 3-pointer here.
It's a good one for him.
Yeah, here we go. Fantasy sci-fi.
Watch it on their
Robert.
phone.
Here we go. Jump. What time was it? You just told me it's 13.
I was right.
Who's lying to me? Is it
I
13,
was joking because I thought, I was trying to get another
It's
3
12,
point.
12.
I apologize.
I can't see the board.
I was,
Even with the glasses,
I
can't
thought
see
you
the
knew.
board.
I thought you had someone
All
in
right,
your ear.
So then it goes back to Andrew Guy then with the 2 points.
All right.
Does that mean I don't
Shut up down there!
Andrew Guy.
We here at the Movie Trivia Schmoedown do not encourage drinking before a production of a live show. Andrew,
Unless your name is Josh McCouga.
It's your category is comedy.
And then we encourage drinking during the
He said
Comedy.
comedy.
And
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
question.
It's pretty funny.
Oh, never mind. You took 4.
God! Challenge!
But it's still a very likable category. It's W.S. legend Will Smith.
W.S. legend.
And your question. For 2 points, in the wild, wonderful world of Will Smith, who directed Will Smith in the film Ali?
I have no idea.
Can't remember.
And 5.
I don't know why I want to say Spike Lee, but I know it's wrong.
2.
Antoine Fuqua.
Looking for Michael Mann.
Yes.
So we are going to bounce
That's a good
now
guess, though.
to Robert Meyer Burnett, who has category 6. Category 6, which is fantasy sci-fi. Here we go.
Oh, fancy sci-fi. That's right up his alley.
All right.
Yep.
Whoa.
Here we go.
Hey, we're in a position where Robert Meyer Burnett could win this
In the
match.
film Upgrade, who plays the lead? Gray Trace.
Logan
who was
Marshall Green.
implanted
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
STEM technology.
Discount Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
I thought that was Jai Courtney. The discount Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy?
Marshall Green. Logan Marshall Green. So now we bounce to Andrew Guy.
I mean, I can see why he arrived at that
Yeah,
answer.
yeah,
It
yeah.
makes sense, but
Wouldn't Jai Courtney be the discount Sam Worthington?
yes.
No, that's the discount Joel Edgerton.
Oh,
This
okay.
could really help solidify your
Just bought
chances
that Blu-ray too.
at getting a W.
That's why everyone watches
You
this
select
channel
category
for our
7,
discount actor
and
commentary.
Yeah.
You get another well-apt
Schmoedown's
actor,
on.
and that is Brad
Oh.
Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
And your question.
BP legend.
Brad
Pitt, sir.
Who played Robert Ford in the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford?
Casey Affleck?
Yeah.
Casey Affleck.
3
Yeah.
points.
All right.
Boom.
So Guy
No, it's named after
has
Brad
just
Pitt.
put himself in the
Who was named
position
after Brad
to
Pitt?
win
I
the
was
game.
named after Brad Pitt.
Oh.
Now,
That's where my
Burnett-
mother came up with the name.
Burnett has
My name
to
is
hit
Brad.
his
Yeah, got it.
five-pointer.
I know you're used to boats, but it's you can call me Brad as well. It's okay,
But
Chris.
if he misses, Andrew Guy wins.
Fair enough.
All right, here we go.
You know, I gotta say really quick, you ruined my 2019 season, but good luck, man.
All right, here we go. So
Thanks, buddy.
we have horror. Horror
hell?
is the category.
What's happening?
Horror is the category. Here we go. Tony Amendola plays a disillusioned priest by the name of Father Perez in Annabelle. And what other Conjuring universe film?
Curse of La Llorona.
Which you saw at South by.
At the premiere at South by, yes.
Yep, that's how he knows
What's
that.
the name of it?
Curse of La Llorona.
Curse of La Llorona. That's what he said.
Even pronounced correctly.
Well,
Yes.
hopefully.
Tony
Closely.
Amendola plays a disillusioned priest by the name of Father Perez in Annabelle.
You saw that at South by. I did not. You know why? Because I don't like horror movies.
Yeah, I don't like horror movies either. They don't do it for me.
Nope.
I don't.
The Nun?
Nope.
And your
Wow! Wow!
Mr. Lee! True Guy! The answer
Golf
was
clap.
The Curse of La Llorona.
There you go.
The Curse of La Llorona.
La Llorona.
And Andrew Guy.
Well, I mean, here in Texas.
Yeah, we have
We
a
know
deeper
it's-
connection to our Spanish brothers and sisters.
And when you were at the premiere and the director said the name.
Yeah, and the director's in front of you going, yeah, so I directed The Curse of La Llorona. You're like, oh, okay.
Look, we're not calling Christian wrong. We would never do that.
Because y'all want to play a match this season.
Thank you for incorrecting me.
Man, shout out to this music too. David B, man. I saw David B the other night. David B is also a Houstonian.
Oh, yeah.
And saw him at the Royal Rumble.
Is this the Usual Suspects theme? Because I know he was
I
doing the
think
theme
so.
for all the
I think
factions.
so.
Oh yeah, because Jen couldn't make it. So Matt Serra provided the hookup with Phoenix. I mean, this music is great.
It's not the only thing. Music is great. It's faded out so we can hear from Phoenix.
I think it was
There we go.
a lot closer than they had anticipated.
Well, yes, sometimes I surprise even myself.
I was shocked that you said yes to Nolan because there's so many questions that could come up with that. What were your thoughts afterwards?
You know, I knew Inception, and I second guessed. One of the things you do up here, you second guess yourself, and you shouldn't, because it's usually your first answer is the right one.
Now look, you know, this whole animosity with
Tell me about
Ryan,
Michael Douglas.
Is it over now?
No. I mean, look, you gotta respect your opponent, because it's a game. But when you're off stage, when you know what he's like in real life, which is a choker, you know.
Yikes.
Ooh, that's personal.
I gave him everything he wanted. I gave him everything he wanted. My Machiavellian genius led the family to a place that we should have become victorious, but we couldn't handle the pressure.
You set your team up to play easy to beat teams.
And you.
Are you going to stay on the roster or are you
Thanks.
just focused on your own team?
Anytime, big brother.
Oh, look, he just said that he'll see if he's going to stay on the roster.
But what I got here is my golden boy,
Oh.
James Paul White. This.
Who?
What do we know about James White?
He's solid in the fan leagues. Really solid. That's why he went second round.
Seems like there's
Yeah.
a
That
lot
was
of faith
impressive.
in him. Where
I
does
think
that
he was
come
the
from?
second pick of the first round. The second pick of the second round, I think.
Something like that. Yeah.
He was
really
high,
high up in the second
high.
round.
You know,
It's crazy.
They used to call him the Gator, but that means he lives in Florida. Being a golden boy means he's gonna own the planet.
Golden Boy, those are some strong words. Any thoughts?
Look, everybody thought that Andrew Guy was going to come out here and wipe the floor with Robert Meyer Burnett. And did that happen? Absolutely not, because we are a great team. I sat in the green room and I made sure that he was ready for this match. And look what happened. He came within one question of beating Andrew Guy here. And you know what? I'm ready for this. I am ready for this league. I know that I've got his support, and we're gonna do some crazy things here.
My last question for you: since you know the whole mastermind scheme, Bateman set this up. So, what do you think? Do you think he was giving?
That's what my watch said.
Giving Guy a gift or a curse?
I think he was testing Andrew. I think Bateman is almost as Machiavellian and almost the kind of genius that I am. And,
Oh no.
And I think Ben Bateman is a surprise. You never know what he's going to do. And I think, maybe he made the right choice, but I did show people that I'm better than you thought I was going to be. And I think that was what I wanted to do for the Burning Droogs.
Lots of confidence going into 2020. Confident even in defeat. Thank you so much.
Well, there you go. Thank you, Phoenix, on that one. Andrew Guy will hear from him.
Phoenix did really good on those interviews too.
Yeah,
Very good.
He did. He came out, he played, he did his thing, and I think it was really also to showcase James.
Doesn't look like that jacket's going away anytime soon. Andrew, come on up here. I got to talk to you.
I think she did her homework too. She knows what's going on.
Yeah, she definitely is aware of the game. We might see more of her throughout the season.
Nice. That's great too, because Jen works really hard. So give her a rest every now and then.
At one point, you were the heel, but look at the love that you have tonight.
Action Army!
Oh, where do they see?
I have to say, this match
everybody in the
was
audience.
nail-biting at times. Were you surprised that he went so far with you?
That is the best that Robert Meyer Burnett has done at anything in his whole life. That was the golden moment of his existence. Honestly, I gotta say, I am shocked and slightly appalled that he did that well. But thanks for making me look that much better.
There was a little criticism about you saying that when it came to those hard moments that you kind of clammed up a little bit. But it didn't seem like that tonight. You were super confident. You looked under control, except with that one Kurt Russell question. But you were under control pretty much the whole night. What was the philosophy going in?
So the Dastard has been the greatest entertainer you all have ever seen. And I know that.
Yeah, facts.
But you know what? I've come so close so many times, and I haven't quite gotten there. And what did I talk about tonight? I talked about respecting the game. Now, you remember some idiot that talked about this at the beginning of last year, and his name is Ben Bateman. Now, do I respect Ben Bateman? No. Do I forgive Ben Bateman for being a traitor? Never. But he changed his tune and he won a belt. I'm with the greatest faction in the Schmoedown now. And I'm going to win a belt this year, and right now is the moment that shows you guys it's all about respecting the game. And that's what I did tonight.
Gonna win a belt.
This is interesting.
This is the most faced heel ever.
A beautiful way
heel
to
face?
go into the next match.
That works
with
too. That's a
corruption.
sentence.
There's a time of The Rock's career where he's named Hollywood Rock, right when he came back from doing a couple movies. And he's just like this. I mean, he was a heel, but everybody still liked him. And they thought everything he said was funny.
For 2 years. Just like RMB, the only reason that anyone even talks about Chance's teammate is because of me. That is it. So what am I going to do? I'm going to make him cry just like he always cries when he loses. And maybe he'll go back to being a face. I don't know. I'm really excited to find out what he's going to do. And he'll probably apologize for it along the way.
Whoa.
Well, I guess it's really easy to
Call
say
out a
that you're happy
Kalinowski?
that you
That
came
was
out
just
of
a weird
retirement right now.
Kalinowski call out of nowhere.
I came out of retirement for you.
Hey,
And I came out of retirement for her. And I'm going to leave you on this. Say goodbye to the Dastard and say hello to Debonair.
Ooh, Debonair Drew Guy.
Phoenix. Awesome.
I like it.
Debonair Drew Guy. I like the sound of it.
I like that. How about a hand for Phoenix, ladies and gentlemen? Phoenix Carnivale.
Yeah, thank you, Phoenix. So,
Andrew Guy.
So apparently Debonair Drew Guy, who takes the match there, takes the win. He's now
takes the
3-2.
sunglasses off.
He's now 3-2, and maybe
got a winning
himself
record
in the singles run. He does have a #1 contender match with both himself and the Godfather against Corruption, which will be happening this season. So,
well, there you go. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Putting himself in that spotlight.
Yeah, look, I was very.
I thought he was calling him out one-on-one for a second. I was like, I don't know if that's advisable.
Whiteboard.
Right. after last season, but he played a nice match today.
Oh, that's not advised.
Just a bit outside.
That's the Jeff Goldblum. Yeah. Oh, that's ill-advised.
Made his arrival here tonight in a whole new way. It is a new era for him, for the show, and I think we're going to see a lot more of him, maybe at live events.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more because I remember when both him and Bateman walked out against the Shire Wolves when we were doing a live event in LA, and they were booed out of the building.
Yeah, but Giancarlo Stanton
screaming and yelling and cheering for him. It was a nice.
Oh, sorry,
It
Esposito.
was a nice thing that he kind of earned it. That he did say.
Baseball, you know.
Side note is phenomenal in Mandalorian.
Stumbles in that second round, but he
There
hit
you
that
go.
big three-pointer.
That was directed by Jon Favreau. He created that series.
Right. He did do
Jon Favreau.
Johnny Favs.
Yeah.
Not Johnny Five, Johnny Favs.
There you go.
JF Legend.
JF Legend.
What we got here was a little different.
The chef.
We were supposed to have an Inner Geekdom Championship match between the current champion, Kevin the Smasher Smets. That's right. And the
Kyle's still there.
contender,
Yeah,
the former
he's not shit.
champion, the amazing Mara Kanapik. Now, if you watch the awards, there was a circumstance that Mara just is not physically right now able to compete. She will be back in action soon. We're hoping between February and March. We're going to keep an eye on it to see that match will happen. But because of that, it left a spot here. Now, Dan Murrell had made it clear at one point that he just wanted to focus on teams. He's a current teams champion, and that he was going to go into Inner Geekdom. He said, I'm out of singles. I've won the title 3 times. When the opportunity arose, because he in the rankings, he defended the title when he won it last time. He had an opportunity to face in a number 1 contender match. It arose. He said, you know what, I'll do it. And Viviani was the one to face him.
We got to get ready for the next round,
I'm
huh?
also going to use that number 1 contender match. We're
going to have a triple threat right here at this table.
That's right.
And he did that, and now we have a triple threat match here today.
Yeah. I was there, you know, I did the interview with Mara and Kevin Smets when they announced that the match had been postponed. And yeah, I just hope everything, you know, is good with her and she's able to compete as soon as possible, because I was
gonna be a good match.
I was the biggest fan. I still am the biggest fan of Mara Kanapik, and Kevin Smets is my guy. So I'm really excited to see that one happen. And I heard that it might be like in a throwdown or something like that. You know, so.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh, so we were there for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, you were?
Yeah. That was taped the day we were there.
Okay. Man, 19-6.
Jeez.
This morning could barely get up, and he did just that and knocked the kid out.
Crazy that Bibbs went 0 for 2 at Spectacular.
Yeah.
I was sure that he was going to win something.
But it's all about who's left standing.
That was just Bateman's
And guess
night.
what?
Yeah, he was in the zone.
It's a good promo to listen to.
Yeah. Try to play it.
I guess I'm not quite ready to take that next step in singles.
The start of the season, you ask
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Here we go again.
All right.
One more time. Play back.
Hey, it was a great promo. I mean, I don't mind seeing it again.
Look.
On movie trivia, know how we have it in this Schmoedown.
And it's live. Things happen when it's live. Bruce Pritchard, who's now the head of Friday Night SmackDown, was here at Reality of Wrestling for a while as one of our producers, and he said that Vince McMahon will always say, if it's live, it can't go wrong. It's supposed to happen, right? So if you slip, it was supposed to happen. You just got to keep going with it.
Look, we're just trying to drive home what's happening here.
Yeah.
So we got to watch it again.
Double
So-
back.
Look, Bateman had a good night that night.
He did.
He's got that swag walk that just really works well in slow-mo.
Yeah.
I knew today was my day. I just knew it was.
Winners always win in the end, but it's all about who's left standing. And guess what? That's us.
Bobby Gucci, man.
How is the Dagnito stuff is always like, from left field, but it still somehow always makes sense.
It's always great.
Next step,
Yeah.
in singles.
I need a book of Dagnino proverbs.
He could have his own like T-Public
of just quotables.
all of his quotes.
You know those books that they have like in bathrooms on toilets, like you have like all the sayings and stuff you just thumb through.
You should have a Dagnino. Yeah. I just love at the spectacular where he was like, Gordon Gekko said greed is good. He was wrong. Greed is great.
I hope Eric finds some time to sleep this year.
Oh, he's not going to.
Nope, not at all.
Say bye-bye to that.
Say what I want to say. They'll never be able to take this away from me.
God, that was such a great moment when Dan won in New York. I was there live for that one, and like the energy in the building was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, the "You Deserve It" chants went, all over the place, and to be Ethan Irwin, who was on one of the greatest roles ever.
Solid competitors that we're going to see.
Dan Murrell, he's the Undertaker of the Schmoedown, undefeated at live events.
Dan Murrell, who is a three-time.
The question is will the Beast be like, the Beast Brock Lesnar in that undefeated streak? Will the Kid be able to do it? I don't know. I mean, I really think this is more of a pick'em than people are giving it credit for.
Yeah, because all three of them have done very well at live events, particularly the free-for-all last year.
Right. That's a great point.
That was your winner, your MVP, and who would have been arguably the next MVP.
Yeah, the runner-up for the MVP.
Yeah. Is part of the Mouthy Mercs, obviously runs the faction. He will be here with both the Kid Brendan Meyer and William Bibiani.
Coy Chandru, noted stand-up comedian, will be walking them out.
Right.
And it's exciting. I mean, what I'm really looking for in this matchup is somehow, because William and the Kid work so well together, and now they're splintered off, it's almost like, are we splitting votes with them and forgetting that Dan Murrell can also just blow everybody out of the water?
It's a great question, though. It's like we've seen them so many times play together, minus like an exhibition game.
And complement each other's strengths.
Right. So what are they going to do now that they're facing off against each other? Are they going to try to team up?
Are they going to try to talk?
You can't do that. And
it's
so
illegal.
What are you going to do? So
Well, that was one of the things that Frank Janis, shout out to Frankie J29, that's his Twitter handle. We talked about on the rundown. Like, what if they work together to kind of isolate Dan, get him out of it, and then they just battle out, see who wins.
That's a good thought. Because either way, it's points for Coy.
Yeah.
Right. Coy gets the points no matter what.
And that's what you got to think now of the factions or how the game is being played now.
Like it's not every man for himself anymore. It's a team's.
Yeah.
It's a team's league.
Airlines app ready to book one of them a flight to Atlanta. Let's see what happens.
That's right. And before we do it, just to let everybody know, for everybody watching, I mentioned the free-for-all. Bibiani, we know, he is a legend of the free-for-all. He has stayed from number one all the way to the end. He did it the year before. That's right. And the free-for-all is one of our biggest events, and it happens March 21st, downtown Los Angeles. Tickets are on sale now. So you can get them. It was packed last year, over 650 people last year. We do it again this year. Get your tickets, theschmoedownlive.com. All right. So with that, Mark, are you ready?
I am. I'm going to buy my tickets for that event now.
But for the match itself?
While you do the introductions, I'll handle that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. 3 rounds, the number 1 contender match. Introducing first, representing Shazam and the Mountain Mercs.
Woo! Yeah. Bless you, brother.
That's the kind of energy we need.
That's right.
You didn't have to be that mouthy when they said mouthy.
It's crazy how he's become like a league superstar.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's one of the most important players in the league.
It was that free-for-all run.
Yeah.
That really brought it home for him.
Because his first match, I think, was against Paul Oyama, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Paul beat him.
Yeah.
And so you're like, oh, okay, maybe he's got something, maybe he doesn't. And then that free-for-all run he went on, and then him and Bibbs was the best pairing he could have ever hoped for.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like when they started out, I was like, these guys are going to get a belt.
Yeah,
They will get a team built.
It's a matter of time. I think Founding Fathers, that's a tough team to beat.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's going to be interesting to see if the family or corruption can take it to them and dethrone them.
Also keep in mind this season you've got the extremely dangerous team that's going to be Paul Preston and Tom. Yeah. That's going to be...
Are you all as upset as I am, though, that the loony bin is no longer a thing?
Yes and no. I'm sad because they had a great dynamic. But,
phenomenal.
But Paul and Tom is going to be a thing to watch.
Yeah. No, they're going to be great. Paul Preston's one of those sneaky great players.
Yeah.
Like he might not come to your mind like when you first say like who are the most dangerous players in the league, but like when you think about it, you're like, man, Paul Preston could have taken it all the way in the singles tournament. He could have.
He had a huge. He did so well over the course of the entire last season.
Yeah.
Like he came in just as a team, and then he went to go play as singles. And you just saw his knowledge like really come out and just grow. What is Viviani doing?
What is he wearing? Hey man.
Whoa.
Bibbs looks like he's dripped in some Gucci right now or some Versace. And my man's looking fresh. I gotta be honest with you.
Some Louis Vuitton?
Some Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
It's a little heely, right? It's a little heelish for Bibbs.
For Bibbs, yeah, absolutely.
Especially when you like take into account that like one of his first characters was coming out like in the prison jumpsuit with the
Hannibal mask.
The Hannibal mask.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I dig it though.
And
I like it.
Up until this point, he's been coming out with the Saw theme.
Right. And he's been primarily in the Shazam shirt and black dress coat, right?
And now Coy's wearing the...
Yeah. No doubt he's pointing to Kyle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For my money, the two best players hard stop any category right here. I am honored, I am flattered, I am enamored. Look at this man's jacket. In his Catterday best, putting in the work.
Catterday best.
I have many tigers on my jacket.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
This kid was born after most people in this room and knows more than most people in this room ever will. Absolutely incredible.
Such a backhanded compliment.
How old is Brennan?
Brendan Meyer?
Yeah. We do a wiki search. Let me do a wiki search. What do we think?
He's early 20s.
24?
24?
24, 25, yeah.
Let's see.
I know I just looked it up because I just saw his movie Color Out of Space, which he did fantastic in.
Brendan Meyer was born in Ontario, Canada on October the 2nd, 1994, which makes him 25 years of age. So
movie release dates.
Movie release dates.
Brendan Meyer release dates.
Brendan Meyer release dates.
Yes!
Wow.
Yes! We've also got the incredible Mara Kanopik, who is here repping the Mouthy Mercs as well.
Is she repping the Mouthy Mercs, Coy? Is she there to rep the Mouthy Mercs? I can't talk. What I'm trying to say is, Dan's there also.
For 6 hours, and what this kid can do by standing for 5 hours. I cannot wait to see this today. I'm so excited to be here, and I cannot wait to see these guys somehow both win. I think they're both going to win. It's going to be great.
Because it's possible for both of them to win.
We may drown. I'm not sure if the mic can pick up on the ambiance, but it's raining pretty hard. We may drown. It's nice ambiance.
Representing the Finstock Exchange.
Is that just Merle's music, though?
Yeah.
With a record of 12 wins, 5 defeats, and
So
8
Merle's
knockouts.
gets his own music still. He's not coming out to Finstock Exchange music yet.
Schmoedown Team's champion.
I believe it's still David B. So
yeah.
Movie Trivia Schmoedown
champion of the world. He is dangerous. Dan Murrow. Led to the ring by the champ, Ben Bateman, and also face-off exchange, Jackass BC.
Oh yeah, BC's walking him out too.
Nice.
Murrow walking out with BC and Bateman.
It's the first time I think we've seen BC on one of these things, not in a security.
Yeah.
No, and I'm intimidated and gonna pee my pants from him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting to see BC. I don't. Do y'all know like anything about his movie knowledge?
We talked to him after the draft.
We talked to him after the awards draft, and based off the conversation we had with him, he seemed pretty confident. So I'm really eager to see what he is actually going to bring to this.
He's another Texan. He's up in Dallas. So if you want to count that as Texas, you can.
Well, I mean, if we're going to count Houston.
Don't even get me started here, Robert.
I mean, what's the other option for Dallas? You going to count that as Oklahoma?
Jaws music I have ever heard.
Really good. That's what
Even the worst part of Texas, I don't count as Oklahoma.
It's the way the scoreboard goes.
Can we switch you two characters around?
It's
the way it is. Oh, all right.
You see, adults have a thing called money.
I know.
And
Well, I'm just, you know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have all three competitors there. Round number one will start very soon. Mark, how's round one go?
Round number one. It is a triple threat, Christian. Yes. Thanks for pointing that out. But round number one is going to feel like a normal round number one because the field of competitors will hear 8 questions from 8 different categories of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how. Each question's worth a point. There's no penalty for missing a question, and there's no stealing in round number one. You may not rely on your teammates' knowledge for round number one or for any round.
Sure.
And I promise you may not consult with your teammate in any round.
Yeah, you think maybe they should have had Merle between Brendan Meyer and Bibiani here?
It's an interesting point.
That's an idea. Going on based off the idea
that they could be working together.
Yeah, it's the reason why Brad's between us right now.
Yeah, so y'all can't work together. Okay, let me pull my gimmick up here.
I think they know how to do this.
All right.
Okay.
Well, then I ask.
All right.
I will start with Dan Murrow. Dan, are you ready?
Let's do this.
The Kid, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Mr. William Bibiani.
It's hot up here, it is sweaty up here, and that means I'm ready for a 3-way.
Then let's get ready to shoot out! All right, here we go.
Wow.
Round
Bye,
number one.
Family show, guys. Family
the three
show.
of them, Bibiani was not really the one I was expecting.
Well, really,
that from.
would you expect it from any of them?
Who was the star
Okay.
in the martial arts action films Fist of Fury and The Way of the Dragon?
I know you like watching the MMA and stuff. You a martial artist? You ever take karate?
Oh, my daughter has taken way more lessons than I have. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, she could beat the crap out of both.
Absolutely. And 5, 4.
Ooh, this should be a layup.
3,
I am kind
It
of
should be.
guessing myself on this one.
Dan.
Bruce Lee?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee.
Yes, and William.
The incomparable Bruce Lee.
Here we go.
What'd you put?
Yeah, I was second guessing myself.
Bruce Lee.
Okay,
Don't
Bruce Lee.
worry, I'll
All right,
hold it down for the
Bruce
Cinefanatics.
Next question. In the world of
I will be studying martial arts movies.
Clearly.
90s
what
movies.
music star played a psychotic character named Bishop in the 1992 crime thriller Juice?
Oh.
1992 crime thriller.
I know this one.
Bishop.
It's not really the yelling right answer.
1992.
Yeah.
We'll allow it.
Gentleman Chris Adams, if you don't know
And 5,
who played Bishop,
Juice.
I don't know if we can be friends.
3, 2, 1. We start with Brendan.
Tupac?
Yes. And William. William.
Oh, Tupac Shakur.
Yes.
Don't go erasing. Don't go erasing. Tupac.
I got Tupac on that.
What'd you write?
Don't worry about it.
What'd you write?
Nah.
Here we go.
Not Tupac.
It's all right.
Dramas, gentlemen. Dramas.
Worry
Who
about it.
played
Play
Mary
rope.
Poppins author P.L. Travers in Saving Mr. Banks?
Oh.
Yes.
Yep, got it.
I think.
Who'd you rather have?
Late
her
Show,
Chris
or
Pratt
what was that
from
movie
Adventures
called?
in
Yeah, you're on the right track.
Yes, you are.
Very
The incorrect answer.
5,
I think it's like late night.
4.
Late night, yeah.
I think this is. I think I might be right.
2,
I want to get her mixed
and
up
we'll
with.
start with William.
Yes, everyone's favorite film about how a corporation heroically destroyed a woman's art, Emma Thompson.
That's correct.
Yes.
write all that down?
Dan?
What Bibiani said, Emma Thompson.
And Brendan?
Emma Thompson.
Look at this.
Emma Thompson.
Emma Thompson.
Emma Thompson.
Tie game all the way around. All right, next question, Mark.
Next question is in the world of new releases. These are films that have been released fairly soon, back then. Who plays Neil Armstrong? Who plays Neil Armstrong in the film First Man?
Oh, you know I got this.
Yeah.
Why? Because I like Damien Chazelle movies.
Well, Burnett just got this wrong in the locker room. 5, 4.
I was blanking on his name again.
No, don't do that.
No, I got it.
Not Jake Gyllenhaal. That's how I remember his name.
Ryan Gosling.
Correct. You got that one right, though. Brandon Meyer?
For me, Ryan Gosling.
Yes, and William?
Ryan Gosling, and I drew a little goose in a bow tie.
Nice. Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
Robert Meyer Burnett just texted me Matt Damon.
Makes sense. All right,
Perfect.
next one. All right, here we go.
Another Matt
This is
Damon.
Fantasy sci-fi.
It's the Night of the
Played
Damon.
Army Colonel Jack O'Neill in 1994's Stargate.
Wow.
Oh.
You were watching the first match. It helps to study the matches.
You got to look at the last match.
Yeah,
Jack O'Neill.
it helps.
It helps, but
Put the work in.
Well, they didn't know that was going to.
my mind isn't bringing it back.
Oh, come on.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
wait a minute.
it's not bringing it back. Let's rewind the tape.
They didn't know. 3,
It's really our fault.
2, it's
I blame the reader of the question.
1.
Okay, our legend.
And we start with Brendan.
I hope it's Kurt Russell.
Yes.
Yeah.
And William.
Kurt Russell says,
Yes.
"What the hell?"
Yes. All right, there we go.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
You're all welcome. You're all welcome.
The key for me was to remember
question.
in the match that just
All right, your
happened
next question
where
is
that
in the world
question
of
was
animated
asked.
movies.
Was
These
that
are
3?
movies drawn by hand or on a computer.
Or 4?
Which actress
Oh, you're
provides the voice of weather girl Sam Sparks in the film Cloudy with a Chance of
Yep.
Meatballs?
Don't worry, I know this one, but couldn't remember Kurt Russell from just a second ago.
Your wife, famous for making delicious meatballs.
I have no earthly
The answer is your
idea.
wife. There's some voiceover on the side.
I think
What's
I'm
the
guessing on
chick?
this one.
4,
Oh, what's her name?
Chance that you forgot
I
to
got
take.
it.
2, 1. Pens down, please. And we start with William.
Anna Faris?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm way off.
Yep, I was
I
wrong.
didn't know it. I
No,
said
Dan
Brad-
didn't
I got
have
it
it.
wrong.
Yeah, and the kid didn't have it, so only William
I said
gets it.
Rashida Jones.
Wow.
Anna Faris.
I said Maya Rudolph.
Bibiani takes
Yeah.
the first
I got one that Dan didn't. Yay!
All of them were conceivable as being the right answer.
All right, he takes the first one. That's
He's
big.
got the lead.
All right, there you
Man,
go.
Bibbs
All
is
right.
feeling himself, too. He should be.
He's got tigers on his jacket. Thanks, Brad.
All right,
He
here we
did.
go. Horror thriller is your 7th. Horror thriller. Which film in the Scream franchise
Yeah.
takes place mainly in Hollywood during the filming of a Stab sequel?
Is this a good time to say I've only seen the first Scream?
I'm just going to go for a guess here.
Yeah, I am too.
You know I know this.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a horror guy.
3.
I am not. I don't think I've ever seen a Scream to begin
Pens
with.
down. Dan?
The first one was alright.
Scream 3?
Yes.
Mm.
And Brendan?
Scream 3.
Yes, William?
The woefully underrated Scream 3, and I drew a ghost face.
Wow. So
Nice.
William
I said
Bibiani
Scream
still
2.
perfect
3.
here.
Guess what?
So where
You
we
got it.
stand
3.
now, William
Good job.
Bibiani has a chance for a perfect
I just
round. If he
McCougan that
gets
one.
this right, he and only he will get a bonus question. Here we go, Mark.
All right, Doug Deep didn't hear Hollywood
Number
from a
8
second.
is a
So.
Patreon question from Andy Schick. How about a big hand for
Andy
Andy
Schick.
Schick?
The Schickmeister.
Not using his razors anymore, but thank you, Andy. Andy, one day question.
I wasn't going to make the joke.
I mean, it's an
thank
easy
you.
one.
I
It's a
wasn't-
layup there.
I wasn't going to make it.
One guy in the back putting a lot of gusto. You hear that?
It's a comedy.
Your last question in round number 1 in the world of Yuck Yucks. In Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, name one of the 2 actresses that play Alice and Tatiana who answer their ad and accompany them to Hawaii. You don't need to specify who played what character.
Why do I see both of them and I can't remember their names?
Who is in Mike and Dave? Need
I'm
Wedding Dates?
overcompensating.
Who are the guys?
I know.
3.
I know. I see both of them. Yes.
1. Pens down. Please.
Aubrey Plaza.
Start with Brendan.
Okay.
And Anna Kendrick. That's it.
Oh, damn it!
Yes, and Dan.
Aubrey Plaza.
Yes.
Guess what?
All right.
Aubrey Plaza
So
and
William
Anna Kendrick.
gets a perfect
I said
round.
Anna
William
Faris.
Bibiani, once again,
No, that was the answer to the other
in his
question.
career,
It wasn't really.
another perfect round. He's got, I don't
I
know
said
if
Anna
that's
Faris.
right.
Oh, it was. Yeah, the
Sure,
Cloudy with the
that's
Chance of
in the
Meatballs.
record
Did I get 2
books
points for that one?
William Bibiani.
No,
That's not how it works.
you get -2
William
for asking that
you
question.
and only you.
That's fair.
Thank Thank you.
Here's your bonus. You do not have to write this down. You simply have to answer it.
Okay, wait.
All right, here we go.
I just love
this
the number 6.
iconic
Apparently.
actress starred opposite Cary Grant and Jimmy Stewart in the classic 1940 film, The Philadelphia Story.
Katharine Hepburn.
For one more point, William Bibiani.
Katharine
all the
Hepburn.
way through. 9 to 7 to 7. He
Man,
finds
you know,
himself
here's the
2
thing too.
points over
In a match
both
like this,
Dan
2
Murrell
points could be
and
the whole
kid.
difference.
Now,
It could mean the entire match.
You know,
That's a
Bibiani,
crucial
9
lead.
points, that's the headline, but the other 2 7 points, they're no slouches either.
No,
so
it's big.
Still
And we've
anyone's
seen-
ballgame.
We've seen Dan come back from this before, so let's see what happens here.
The wheel round is now being initiated. Thanks to Mr. Ben Goddard one more time for Ben bringing the wheel.
Just never going to run away from it, is it?
In round number 2, each competitor gets a spin at the wheel. Once you settle on a category, you're going to hear 4 questions from said category. Each question is worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. However, stealing is available in round number 2. Because this is a triple threat match, the way it works is if you are not being asked the question, keep your whiteboard, keep your marker, write down your best attempt at an answer in case the opportunity to steal should arise. Then we will ask you by name to reveal your answer. At the same time, you verbalize it into the microphone, a lot like round number 1. Dan Murrell is sitting right there. Actually, he's standing, but William Bibiani is way down there, and he has the lead. 9 points. Do you want to spin first, William, or would you like to defer?
Thanks for making that weird mark. Yeah, I'm gonna defer to my opponent.
All right, so he is going to defer to Dan Murrell.
But Dan can defer if he would like to.
It's like a white elephant party.
Yeah.
So I'm going to defer to Brendan.
So you go. Brendan Meyer will spin first. All right.
And I defer.
To Robert Meyer Burnett. All right, so the kid's going to spin first. And here's the spin.
It's Matt Damon. He was in Stargate.
Please don't bring Burnett back on stage.
Spin is in, round and round it goes, Christian, and it is Middle Earth. You want to keep it? You want to
Keep
spin
that,
again?
Brendan? You think you should? No.
Is that on there to give Dan some more practice for IG?
Probably.
Is Middle Earth typically on a singles?
Spin again.
Not really, right?
I'm not familiar with
It
that.
could be like, it depends if they did did they pick and choose strengths.
Oh, probably.
All right, here we go. That's good.
Ooh.
Horror?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yikes.
That's the one that Bibiani would have
Who
won.
plays the eldest son in Color Out of Space? Me!
Asking the questions here in horror.
All right, Brendan. 4 question in the world
If that was the
of
case,
horror
can he
movies,
really
which
just
I
answer that
have
question by
been
pointing
told
at
still
himself?
Give you nightmares?
That'd be funny.
I don't even watch them.
One day you'll be old enough.
All right, here we go. So the way it works for the steal for you guys, make sure that when the question is being asked, you write. I just told him that. I just want to make sure that you weren't
Guys, name a more
listening to my
iconic
rules.
duo.
Yeah, really.
And this, now we have to do it in front of the kids.
Stop
I'm
fighting!
just grateful that these guys know it's my first Schmoedown. That's great.
Is it the audience's first
Oh, you gotta love these guys, man.
Oh my gosh. Turn this car around. Back to the child with horror. Brendan, for 2 points, Haley Joel Osment can see
Sixth
dead
Sense.
people in M. Night Shyamalan's The Sixth Sense.
Oh, okay.
Who plays his mother, Lynn C.
Ooh,
Tony Collette.
Yeah.
Tony Collette.
2 points.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get one in this category.
All right.
Oh, yeah. It's a Hereditary.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It was last year.
Yeah.
Let's get over it. Brendan, for 2 more points. What horror film stars Karen Gillan as a woman trying to exonerate her brother, who was convicted for murder by proving the crime was caused by a supernatural mirror?
Mirror.
Oculus.
Yeah, wasn't that? What, was that?
I don't know.
Oculus
It just sounds right.
No, I'm thinking the Eye. That was
I
Alba.
am going to go multiple choice on this. You know, I got to be safe. I can't be.
Is it A, mirrors, B, Oculus, C, shattered glass, or D, the broken?
It's Oculus. Yeah.
Is it Oculus? Is it really?
Oculus.
1 point.
Hey!
There you go.
That wasn't what I thought it was.
That's gonna be fun.
Sorry, didn't mean to do that.
There's the third, your penultimate question in round number 2. In 13 Ghosts, F. Murray Abraham's character dies, leaving his home to Arthur.
F. Murray Abraham. I thought he was doing an F. Mary kill for a second.
Played by which Galaxy Quest actor?
Tony Shalhoub.
The Shalubi.
Like F. Murray Abraham. What did Murray Abraham do to you? The monks.
Tony Shalhoub.
Shalhoub.
My friend Murray Abraham.
Murray Abraham.
Murray.
Kind of like Night Shyamalan.
Night Shyamalan.
Scott Fitzgerald.
One more question.
question in round number 2. Valak is the name of this demon who possesses a little girl in this 2016 horror film.
I don't watch horror movies.
Insidious?
Oh, no, The Nun. That's right. The Nun.
Could you repeat the question?
Yeah. Is it like the little...
For JTE rule, Valak is the name of this demon who possesses a little girl in this 2016 horror
It is The Nun, but it's in I think it's Insidious 2 or no, Conjuring. It's the Conjuring universe.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do multiple choice.
Conjuring 2.
Provide that. Is it A, The Conjuring 2?
Oh,
B,
there you go.
Lights
Well, there you go.
Out, C, Blair Witch, or D, The Devil's Dolls?
I wasn't even in the multiple choice. MC Legend.
Blair Witch?
That is incorrect. So for a 1-point steal, we're going to ask Dan. William, have you written your attempt?
But give him the multiples. I don't need it.
Okay.
Yeah, darn. I'm good.
Yeah.
And your attempt is?
Conjuring 2.
That is correct, William.
It's the Conjuring 2, although I don't think Valak actually possesses her. So that might actually
I mean,
be
if
Well, just get the point.
I don't know if my manager wants to challenge that, because I think Valak is actually haunting Vera Farmiga, and the little girls are actually being haunted by the Enfield poltergeist.
Wow.
How much of a smart
This
move
is
that
where it comes into play.
Wait. But here's the thing. Now he's working for his teammate instead of working for himself.
Challenge it. That's not how it works.
I think we should challenge it. Challenge it for Brendan.
You're gonna put in the challenge.
Okay,
Right? The
so it's
challenge
not
is
that
a-
he got the point for that,
What is the official
but then he's challenging the question
Please don't
for
curse
Brendan
in
to
front
begin
of the
with.
children that
But so if they say the question's not valid, don't they lose their points? Dan
Bibiani would,
Dan
but
Bibiani,
the thing is that could have been a question that Brendan could have gotten the 2 points on had the question.
Yeah, I get
been
it, but
worded
shouldn't
right.
Brendan then pull that off? Like, I mean, in a normal triple threat match, you wouldn't see that occurring at all.
Yeah, so that's going back to, again, he's challenged that in favor of
Brendan. I mean,
Brendan, his teammate.
How smart is that?
He wouldn't have done that had it just been him and
under the idea that it gives an
Merle.
opportunity for either Brendan or Bibiani to technically win the match. He's playing against Dan here.
So yeah, this is what we talked about. I mean,
Exactly.
he's
Yeah.
playing against Dan.
Which that's fascinating.
And I seriously doubt this is going to be the last time we see something like of this stature happen.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or-
granted, this one's particularly because it's this 3-way and 2 of them happen to be on the same faction. But
Or at the very least, this is the last chance that somebody can maybe call a challenge against themselves. In which
Yeah.
case, maybe the rule is either Coy calls the challenge or Brendan calls the challenge. Otherwise, no challenge.
Well, it just depends on what team Matt Atchity's on, because he might call the challenge against himself again.
We were going to try to avoid that the whole way through, and you just went for it.
That was last season, Robert. Damn it. Oh, look, here comes Ben. Which is interesting here that Ben is coaching Dan, because if Dan wins, it's he and Ben.
Yeah.
So I wonder, like, I don't know. It's all kind of weird now.
Conflict of interest?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fascinating. I love this.
Like, I don't know if Ben should be able to,
And so now we
even
have
though
to
they're probably,
backtrack,
you know what I
because
mean.
that was a question that was asked originally to Brendan Myers. So what we're going to do is ask Brendan another question for his last one in the world of horror movies. So unfortunately,
If
for
what
Brendan, he has to
Bibiani
go
said
back
was
to the
true, that
Scary
makes sense.
Movieville one
Well,
more
it's a
time.
great challenge if it's, I mean, I'm assuming that it was true, but
Yeah.
Holy water.
but I feel like it's splitting hairs a little
Don't
bit.
worry about Valak. That only possesses adults. In the film,
Yeah, I keep my challenge.
yes, he does keep. William keeps his challenge. In the film Shaun of the Dead, which actor plays Philip, Shaun's stepfather?
Bill Nighy.
Yeah.
Bill Nye the Science Guy?
Bill Nighy.
I have to.
Who's Nighy?
I did get this question. And
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
All right,
Every-
all right.
answer
Bill
the question.
Nighy.
Thank you.
Okay, see, then that challenge was worth it, because now he gets the 2
don't challenge
points.
because we made an announcement on the thing that every question that we've used in the past can come back in previous matches.
That counts.
Stop
Whoa.
The
challenging.
announcement. That counts. I was trying to be good, but that counts.
Here we go.
Yo, Harloff came with the venom.
Bateman was about to be like, oh, heck no. He was like, no.
That counts, Ben. You can't. That counts. Come on, man.
He's coming up
Come
for-
on, man. That
Very
counts.
specifically in
That
the rules.
counts. No, that counts,
What
Ben.
do you ask? What are you coming up for?
That counts because you're putting Middle Earth on the wheel. That counts. Come on.
Whoa.
Come on. You're putting Middle Earth on the wheel. That counts. Come on.
We already announced.
Let us have
We
one.
already announced. We already
Middle
announced.
Earth on the wheel. Take it, man.
We already announced that this whole season.
Whew, this is going to be a good season.
Whoa, man. This is pretty intense. I haven't seen the kid ever get like that.
Yeah.
Schmoedown.
Yeah.
They get seated.
And heel turn.
Hashtag
heel watch.
They are coming out a little heely.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
I will defer to Dan Merle.
Thank you for
Especially for a team that is ran by Coy, who I wouldn't expect to be a heel at all.
No.
Here we go.
So here's Dan. What you got?
Spin again.
All right, Dan.
I mean-
2 spins. 2 spins for Dan.
Round and round it goes.
Natalie Portman.
All right, she is a
Natalie.
popular actress.
No? Okay.
Yeah. You can
I'm gonna tell you something, man. Natalie Portman, brother,
Natalie Portman.
big
Would you
fan.
take it? Would you keep it?
Same.
Depends.
Big,
I
big
mean,
fan.
You know, Dan definitely knows.
She's all right.
Questions what else on
Yeah, it's what else? It's like what else is Dan?
I quit this channel.
It's slice on it. But you gotta make a decision here in 5
She was good in
seconds.
Where the Heart Is.
We're gonna keep it or not. 5.
I've never seen that movie, but I've seen her Instagram.
Oh.
Natalie Portman.
It's the one where she got pregnant in a Walmart.
So we're gonna get 4 questions. And Natalie Portman.
It's a pass for me.
Here we go.
Natalie! Natalie!
There you go.
Natalie!
Here we go. Question number 1. Question number 1, Dan. Natalie Portman makes an appearance in which Michael Mann film?
Heat.
Correct for 2 points.
Oh, she was in Heat? Wow. Hey, Natalie Portman makes an appearance in which Star Wars movie? Come on.
Yeah.
The best
Natalie
ones.
Portman plays the warrior Isabel in this 2011 comedy.
Your Highness.
Your Highness, yes.
Your Highness.
Yes, for 2 more points.
That was a comedy?
Right.
It's a very funny movie.
Yeah, typically those are meant to be a little comical.
It was a movie.
Question here. Natalie Portman and Oscar Isaac star in this 2018
Annihilation.
Annihilation.
Yes. And the 4th question.
Dan's running through this one.
Natalie Portman makes a cameo as the president's daughter in which 90s comedy?
Mars Attacks.
For 2 more points.
Oh, that's right.
She's in Mars Attacks?
Yeah.
Points here takes the lead.
To 14.
Wow.
To 9.
So she was Nicholson's.
Jack Nicholson's daughter. Yeah.
Puts himself in a good spot here because William Bibiani has to spin. So now Bibiani spinning.
15,
Dan
14,
Merle has a great
Bibiani's gonna
second
go.
round, and
Ooh.
now Bibbs takes the spin.
This is a game.
I'd like the American people to
figuring out
know
the
we still have
strategy for
2
the
out of
spin.
3
There it goes.
bodies of the government still
Round and
existing,
round.
and frankly, that's not that bad. Kind of butchered that a little bit, but still a good quote.
He's going to keep it.
I'll take it.
Was it Oscars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a category he's typically pretty good in. I mean, he's a film historian.
They're all categories he's
That's true.
Your first
He's good in the
of 4
wheel.
Category for 2 points.
Which category?
Warren
The
Beatty
wheel.
has been nominated in over 4 different Oscar categories. For which one has he won his only Oscar?
Ooh.
Directing?
Warren Beatty?
Yeah.
Just need the category. not-
Best director.
That is correct.
Yeah.
For what?
Not exactly certain.
2 points.
Okay.
Pretty sure it was
Moving on,
not
working in the world of
Bullworth or
Oscars,
Dick Tracy.
Jeff Bridges
Yeah.
has been nominated for an Academy Award 7 times. What film got him his first nomination?
Jeff Bridges?
First nomination.
No Country for Old Men?
Jeff Bridges?
Yeah, it had to be something earlier than that, right?
Hell or High Water.
What was his first movie?
It wasn't Big Lebowski?
No.
Not an Oscar.
Last American Hero.
That is incorrect. So for a 2-point steal, Brendan and Dan can write down. The
No. What was the first movie he did?
The guitar.
Crazy Heart?
Crazy Heart.
Yes.
Dan?
The Last Picture Show?
Correct.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Last Picture Show.
Both go up there on Bibiani there.
So we're studying Oscars.
Crazy
Yeah,
Heart was
I
a
think-
good pull, though. I mean, come on.
Crazy Heart was a pretty good movie, too.
Yeah.
Funny how falling feels like flying.
William, your penultimate question in this round. Who received Best Director nomination for the classic films A Foreign Affair, Stalag 17, and Witness for the Prosecution?
Billy Wilder.
2 points.
Jeez.
That's what I was going to say. Right? Billy Wilder, right? Tip of the tongue?
Yeah, it's right there.
Right?
It was
Right?
there.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
in the
yeah,
palm of
yeah,
the-
yeah.
I agree, Brad.
Yep.
Name this Best Picture-winning film on the synopsis. A young nurse tends to a badly burned plane crash victim.
The English Patient.
There you go. Flashbacks reveal his involvement in a fateful love affair.
All right, so Bibiani's on another playing field.
But look at this. 17, 16, 15.
Yeah.
And Bibbs had that lead.
Now the managers can confirm.
Now he's down by the 2.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now think about this. Had that challenge would have stayed, right? I mean, had he not done the challenge, Brennan would have 14. and then Bibbs would have had 16.
This is what we expected. Maybe we thought it
That could have made all the difference out there.
But
Still, there would have been a 2-point differential with Dan, but
unless it's tied.
So only the kid has used the repeat. Only the kid has used the repeat. So now the champ walks off, and now we have Dan Murrell, Meyer, and Bibiani. 17, 16, 15. Crazy scoring here. All right, give me the rules for round number 3. The third and final round.
In round number 3.
Great match so far.
The field of competitors is each going to give us a series of numbers. We need 3 numbers from each competitor. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. You may not pick the same number as one of your competitors. Each number corresponds to a different category of movie, trivia, Schmoedown, know-how. The first question you hear is worth 2 points. Your next one's worth 3 points. Your last one, should we make it that far, is worth 5 points. As soon as you may not mathematically win the game, you are eliminated. So Dan Murrell, because you have a 1-point lead over the kid and a 2-point lead over William Viviani, you may select
So
your numbers
3-way
from
sudden
1 to
death?
20.
Yeah, right.
well, I mean, it's. I don't know if is it mathematically possible.
16. All right. 1 and 16 for Murrell. For the kid.
2, 9, and 4.
2, 9,
I would love to answer that, but I hate math.
Yeah.
7, 3, and 19.
I've had to dump out a whole lot of like math equation formulas out of my head so I could cram in some more like knowledge about like
Oscars.
Bill Pullman movies.
I'll get that. For William.
No, obviously, I have not gotten Oscars in there. Yeah.
Yes, it was. You like that.
Wait, Bill Pullman though. You got the.
Pixar.
You got the.
John
Pixar's
Favreau.
third theatrically released film that was released in 1999.
Toy Story 2.
Yes, sir. All right. So he ties Murrell.
All right.
Ooh, that was a weird question.
Meyer
Yeah.
will go. Brendan Meyer will go.
That's a 2-pointer.
I would think it'd be like a Bugs. No, Bugs Life came out when? 2000.
It's certainly a category your teammates created.
It was the second
That
Pixar
was the
movie.
second.
It was the second one.
Yeah.
So then 98.
And for 2 points,
I
Brendan.
don't know.
The question:
Pretty close.
what actor won Best Actor in is the 89 Oscars, but the film came out in 1988 for his role in Rain Man?
Tom Cruise.
Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, that's not.
Okay.
Just give it to him right at the end there.
All right. So now we got a Dan Murrell. Now we got a Dan Murrell, who Dan Murrell gets category 8. 90s movies, Dan. 90s movies. In the film Jurassic Park. Who plays the park owner, John Hammond?
Richard Attenborough.
Sir Richard Attenborough.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so he put the sir on it. So.
Hang on 1 second.
So, this is what I heard about.
Yeah. I want to challenge this actually because he is not Sir Richard Attenborough. He is Lord Richard
come on.
Attenborough.
Oh. Okay.
No. If you put it in there, it should be accurate, and that's not
The
accurate.
challenge is in. The challenge is in.
Ooh.
It changes their name.
That's a hardcore challenge right there. Like,
You hear that crowd? You hear that
Yeah.
crowd? They did not like that.
Gentlemen, we have conferred.
That might be heel
We're gonna
moment
let
of
it
the year.
slide. We're gonna let it slide. Never mind.
Wait, now you ready challenge? Do you use
I'm not.
the challenge?
I'm rejecting the challenge.
You can't
It's
reject
fine.
it. You put
It's fine.
You put the challenge in. The challenge is in.
Okay.
The challenge is
Was
in.
he Sir Richard Attenborough?
You put the challenge
The
in.
challenge is in, and it has been overruled. The answer is Richard Attenborough. We accept Sir Richard Attenborough as an answer, and we move on with our lives.
I'm Sir Lord Richard Attenborough.
So,
Is fine with that.
19,
Ooh.
18, 17. 19,
Yikes.
That was spicy.
Tension's definitely high.
So the question I would have on that, if you go look up Richard Attenborough's IMDb profile, does it say Sir Richard Attenborough?
Sure.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Famous actors and actresses, William.
Not the IMDb's the end all be all, but
Well, it says Lord
This
Richard Attenborough.
1980s
On the
action
Wikipedia.
superstar
On Wiki.
was originally considered for the role of Axel Foley in Beverly Hills Cop.
Sylvester Stallone.
Yes,
Yeah.
for 3 points.
All right, William Viviani back in the lead.
Yeah.
And we keep seeing it's like a
interesting.
three-way seesaw.
The 19 Dan has?
It's a weird question.
All right, so.
Thank you.
20 to 19
You know?
to 18. And
All
then
right.
we
Like
go
that.
on to Brendan,
Who's
the
got
kid
his
Meyer.
3-pointer?
All right, Brendan, you selected number 9, which is an odd number. And it corresponds
Question?
to the world of romantic comedies.
Oh.
What is the question?
Okay, do you want to initiate that challenge?
I think Ben said he was challenging it because it was casting news. The question about Sly
oh,
Stallone.
because that was never actually officially in a
It's not a-
movie.
It's not in a movie.
It's more of...
You know, they asked a question like this last season, like about like which one of these films were produced by Will Smith or something like that, and like I just think that those should be out of bounds.
So here's a good one for you, Back to the Future aficionado.
Yeah.
Would you accept the question of who was originally cast to play Marty McFly?
Yeah,
even
I would.
Though they actually filmed like what, about 2 weeks?
6 weeks. 6 weeks. But yeah, I wouldn't have. Eric Stoltz would be the answer, but it just doesn't.
However, it is the ruling of the judges that it is related to movies in some capacity, and so we will allow the question to be asked and the points to be awarded.
Okay.
Ooh. I think that they should weed out those questions going forward, though. Like they don't need to have casting news or who produced where did they film this,
as long as it happens within the confines or
of the story or of
actor or director,
Brendan Meyer,
or composer.
Once again, you selected number 9. I said it was an odd number. We had a good laugh, and then I said romantic comedies is the category. And your question for 3 points: which 1995 romantic comedy was written, directed, and stars Billy Crystal and co-stars Deborah Winger?
1990?
1995.
95?
Billy Crystal.
95?
City Slickers? I don't know.
No, that was 91.
What about City Slickers 2?
This counts romantic
It's
comedy.
not a romantic comedy.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I mean, granted,
I'm thinking comedy.
We're in Texas and we like our cattle and stuff, but
Right.
Not like that.
Jack Palance won an Oscar for that movie.
That's it. Yeah.
Forget Paris.
Forget Paris. I forgot about that. I was trying to think of that.
This is why he's going to be a superstar. He's going to be that's a phenomenal pull, and that's a championship-like pull right there.
Yeah, I forget Paris.
You forgot? How could you forget? You forgot Paris. Oh no.
There's a city in Texas called Paris. Come on.
There is.
Is that what that movie's in reference to?
No, not at all. But we're in Texas, so come on.
You chose category 1, famous actors and actresses.
Sir Richard Attenborough.
Owen Wilson
Lord.
has been directed
Wow.
by Wes Anderson 6 times.
Yep.
Name 3 of them. You have 20 seconds.
Oh gosh.
Jeez.
Name 3 of them.
Royal Tenenbaums,
Bottle Rocket,
Bottle Rocket,
Royal Tenenbaums,
and Life Aquatic.
Darjeeling Limited,
that one too.
and Bottle Rocket.
Yes.
Correct.
Jeez.
Dan Murrell.
Yeah.
Now goes up.
The GOAT.
22,
Almost name
21,
any Wes Anderson
20.
movie. Nearly. Almost. Except Rushmore.
Needs to hit his 5 points.
Rushmore. I filmed at my high school.
William Bibiani needs to hit.
By the way,
That's a fun fact.
filmed at my high school, Lamar High School.
He does
Thank you,
not.
everybody.
If he
Was
does
he
not,
in Fantastic
then
Mr. Fox?
He will.
I like that movie
Thank
too.
you. I love
Can't
you too.
remember.
All right, here we go. Mark. He
Thank
chose
you.
category 19.
Everyone's
did
so
do that,
nice
Christian.
tonight. Thank you so much.
He chose category 19. William, this corresponds to the world of spy movies.
Okie dokie.
Spy movies.
Okie dokie.
If this is James Bond, I'll know it.
Was it Spy Kids?
And your question.
Also filmed in
5
Austin.
points and the lead.
It's true.
For now.
State capital.
In the film Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation, what is the name of the
Starring
international
TC Legend?
terrorist organization led by Solomon Lane?
It's
I can't remember.
the not insurgency, the
5, 4, 3.
Spectre.
That's Bond.
I know the Syndicate. That's what it was. The Syndicate.
Jeez.
Syndrome.
Syndrome.
So he puts himself 25 now because Dan has what?
Close enough. Close enough. That's a great pull, though.
Look, I'm not playing right now. When I play, I won't
Dan
say
has
Syndrome.
22.
Hope not.
25.
Bibbs won the
Meyer
crowd
needs to
back
hit
with
his
that one
5.
because they were not happy with that
hits
tune.
his
No.
5. He will eliminate
Growl.
Bibiani. All right. All right, the kid, you chose a number 4. If you hit this, William is eliminated.
Oh,
If you
well,
miss,
I can't beat
if
him.
you
Why you have to
miss,
say it like that?
if you miss, you are eliminated.
Oh, that's
So,
even worse.
Here we go.
Brendan.
All right.
Never in our hearts.
All right, Brendan, here we go. Fantasy sci-fi is your category.
Okay.
Fantasy sci-fi. All right.
Color out of space.
In the film Blade Runner 2049, who plays Sapper Morton, who's a Nexus 8 monocle replicant that Kay is sent to retire at the beginning of the film?
Oh,
Dave Bautista.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is correct.
I was about to say that.
Bibiani
Jeez.
has been eliminated.
Bibiani's
What
the
a
first one out.
Wow, great performance
You lose.
by the kid. Knocking out his teammate.
Man, that's a 3 live event losses in a row
Very nuts.
Oh,
in like less than a month.
That's still impressive, though.
Wow. All right. Here we
This doesn't make Coy necessarily happy though because.
But look, Brendan's still up by 4, right?
Yeah.
Dan's got his 5 or what? Oh.
If Dan Murrell
Here we go.
gets this, he has 27 points, and that means he goes on to play his faction mate for the title.
Ooh.
However,
Who's right there?
if he misses
Yeah.
the
Who's
kid,
coaching
Brendan
him?
Meyer
Yeah.
will be going to Atlanta to be playing the champion who beat him in the tournament last year. All right,
Ooh.
Mark, he chose number 16.
That's right, and Joe Montana's legendary number corresponds to movie quotes.
Oh, shoot.
Movie quotes. The crowd's not a fan of movie quotes. Let's see if Dan
Myers
Murrow
got a
has
chance
named your
here.
question for the 5 points and the win. What 1989 romantic comedy features the line, "I gave her my heart, she gave me a pen"?
He's got it.
Bibiani.
Say anything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jeez. Still, never lost a live show.
He's the Undertaker.
Wow.
William Bibiani and the kid put on a hell of a match. Wow! Kudos to Bibiani and the kid. What a match!
Super impressive win. I mean, Dan Murrell continually proves that he's the GOAT. That Say Anything, I wouldn't have gotten that in 1,000 years, in 100,000 years.
I remember the song that plays on the boombox that he's holding over his head.
So now we see.
Well, there you go.
Peter Gabriel's "In Your Eyes." Fantastic song.
Your Eyes.
Yes.
Atlanta, February 29th.
Look at this.
Dan Murrell
Look at this.
and Bateman going at the title. Wow, what a fight that was. All the way through.
Ooh, this interview is going to be interesting.
Well, here's the thing,
That'll
man.
set up a nice dynamic. If Ben wins, that'll be both of Team Action that has beaten Dan Murrell.
That's good. Well, the thing is, though, I mean, obviously Bobby Gucci's in a weird predicament because also part of this is managing personalities. And
He's in a great situation.
He's in a good and bad.
Yeah.
Like it's unending. Like think about this. If
Kate Mulligan!
Or Kate Mulligan's here to do interviews. But if Ben loses to Dan, sure the Finstock Exchange still has the championship, but now you got like a upset Ben Bateman that he's lost his title in his first match of the season. You know what I mean? Like, now how do you manage and mitigate that situation? Will his, disdain then for Dan? Will there be disdain for Dan?
Yeah.
And then will he maybe request a trade? Will he want to get off the exchange? You know what I mean? And if you trade him, you got to trade Riley too. You like I don't know. I don't really like that matchup for that specific reason. If I'm Bobby Gucci.
Yeah.
Was that a #1 contender match, or was that a #1 contender match?
I'm gonna go with option B.
First up,
Can I get an option C?
Yeah.
as a team. Shazam,
Can I get a repeat?
Was it a #2 contender match?
come on up.
What a match.
I mean,
What a match for these guys.
The situation is that there's a lot of points that go into title matches.
Right.
And he's got 2 players going into a title match now, so that's a bunch of points right off the bat for Finstock.
Sure. That is good. That's a good situation.
So if you can avoid what you were talking about,
Just a
then
managing of ego. I mean, we know what happened with Roca when he went in the 4th round.
Roca's on another level.
Yeah.
It's true. Love you, Roca.
Bibbs, you had
Absolutely.
a challenge in this, and it actually helped your teammate pass you in round 2. And then your teammate knocked you out. Talk to me about what you're feeling right now.
Well, he didn't actually knock me out. He just beat me. But that's fine. And I'm
No, I mean, he eliminated him.
That was a mistake question.
Right?
And I'm really, really glad that I was able to get him one that, wasn't mistake.
And that's why I got it wrong, because I was misled, not because I didn't know.
I named this faction so perfectly, like this mouthy merc assembly, like these guys, like I love how well they work together. Like what an incredible duo. I'm so proud of them, guys.
And what an actor. We all know. He's a professional actor. I believed every word of that.
So the other thing I want to ask you, Bibbs, you've lost to Dan Murrell. Do you feel like he is your kryptonite?
Yeah, he's everyone.
Only lost to.
Right?
I've lost to several people, actually.
I'm saying when you're playing. Okay, well.
I don't know if it's kryptonite, I think it would only affect one person, but I think, if it's just affects everybody, it's just a deadly weapon.
And so you are considering Dan Murrell a deadly weapon in the Schmoedown?
Yeah, no, I think actually he needs to be registered with the government and only used in self-defense. I don't think this is actually fair.
You have the right to bear Dan.
Onto people like good-natured, nice human beings like the folks of us here in the Murphy Mouse.
The Murphy Mouse.
So nice. How could you Dan Murrell this?
How could you Dan Murrell
Well,
this?
you heard it here first. Yanni has created the verb to Dan Murrell something. All right, we're going to the kid. Brendan, how are you feeling right now? You had an awesome match. Tell me how you're feeling.
I was going to say, kryptonite doesn't affect Shazam.
It's true.
I mean, it's a whole 20 points more than the last time I played singles, so I feel pretty good. You know what? I'm of two minds about it. I learned a very valuable lesson today. I had written Tina Fey on the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs thing, and it's just the first thing that came into my head. And it's funny because it's not like something I should have known, but I could have tried harder to picture that IMDb. So I gotta make sure I just a little harder on myself when I'm up here as far as thinking through things. If I have some doubt. That being said, my partner was good enough to challenge, and then I got a question that I already got wrong last time. So, at the end of the day, it's all a roller coaster. But you know what? I'm very happy to have put up that score, and it was so.
Yeah, I mean, he did such a good job, and he's like right there. You know what I mean? Like right on the precipice of greatness.
It should be said. Yeah, he almost beat Dan.
Yeah, he was one question away. Had Dan not known to say anything, quote, Brendan Meyer would be going to Atlanta.
There's no guarantee that you'll ever be able to win these matches. You know what I mean? Because you're up against the very, very best. But. Man, I'll be honest, part of me wasn't sure I'd ever score 26 points in the Schmoedown. So knowing that there's a possibility for that...
January 25th, baby, you did it. You did it today. Coy, talk to me about what you feel like this means for the combination of these two this upcoming season.
I mean, between them, this couldn't have been closer. Like, this was a beautiful thing separately. So I've never been more confident with them together, because if they can do this on their own, the way they work, even separately as a team, like they were playing, like it was like, I mean, look at this. It was so hard to confer with them separately, and I had to, but I was like, they're my boys. So I love how well they either win or learn. It's a win or learn game, and this was every example of that. And I was so impressed throughout, and I got like 3. So frankly, I was just these guys, they're incredible.
Can I say one thing? I just want to say, because
it helps me, because otherwise I don't have it up here.
I just want to say one thing, because I made a joke of it because it's fun too, but I do really want to thank Bibbs for making that challenge. I really, really appreciate that. That was a really great sign of sportsmanship.
Oh, there goes the
I'm
Shazam
really
shirt.
happy that you supported me in that way, and thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Shazam and the Mouthy Marks. What a show!
It really was.
Thank you so much, guys.
That's got to be the best triple threat we've ever seen.
Yeah, I agree. It's way up there.
Are you guys ready to get Dan Murrelled? Here is your number 1 contender, Dan Murrell!
We never switch back into that like Wisconsin accent. Dan frickin' Murrell.
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
Followed by some guy I don't know.
Oh, there it is right there.
All right, I've got something for you. Michael Jordan.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
Abraham Lincoln. Dan Murrell.
I mean...
Dan, you have won the singles belt 3 times. You are heading to Atlanta on February 1st. February yesterday. Sometime in February. Check the website. To compete against your faction mate. How are you feeling for your 4th belt? How are you feeling?
I
mean, I love New York. What else can I say?
God, I love Dan Murrell. I love Dan Murrell. That's what I love.
If you hate Dan Murrell, get out.
Yeah.
Defeated Ethan Irwin. What does it mean to you
Oh,
to
just
come
kidding.
back to the stage?
I like Dan Murrell
and to
too.
Dan
Boo! The markers go flying.
It means so much. God, you guys are like these are like my.
I hope
two
that throw
best
plays back
favorite
nice.
matches. This room and
Could
this
look like a
room is
wuss.
something. I can't put my finger on it.
Well, you mean you did throw it?
Yeah.
And think about this, like back-to-back season openers in New York, in Brooklyn, at the Roulette, back-to-back wins for Dan Murrell.
So if they do this again next year, season opener, New York, Dan Murrell's gonna be there, right? Nope, not playing.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Just give it to him.
Yeah. He'll just play a solo match. Play against himself.
This is great, and I'm excited to play this guy. But if I could snap my fingers and have her here, I'd do it in a second.
Very nice. It was pointed out to me. It was pointed out to me by the amazing Frank that you just got 27 points, which ties William Bibiani's record. What do you have to say about that?
He's gonna kill me.
He's gonna Dan Murrell you. William, you heard it here first. William Bibiani is gonna Dan Murrell. Ben, that is your name, right, sir? Ben Bateman, currently holds the belt. Gonna be fighting in Atlanta.
Oh, that's the Action Army.
You're gonna be fighting in Atlanta against your faction mate. What are you feeling right now?
Look, if you want to be the best of all time, you know exactly what you have to do, and this guy is the best of all time. So
No, this is the best of all time.
Yes,
This is the greatest
that's
of all
true.
time.
That's true. Hey, Ben.
Get
it
your
together,
acronyms.
Ben. I'm the boat. He's the goat.
This would have been a moment where if we were doing this at home, like, it would have been great if we had Brad Gilmore here for this.
I wish I was there for this. I would have
just come out on stage.
I would have Kanye'd the stage and be like, best of all time.
No.
Jeez.
Don't you dare. Okay.
Who y'all got there?
Okay, let me try that.
Between those two?
Between those two.
How did it feel? How did it feel for you to see him?
I gotta sit on that one.
I know. Normally I would have just gone like easily
Dan.
hands down Dan Murrell, but Ben has been studying his butt off. Like,
Sorry, fourth round Roca?
oh.
See, this is the thing. If you make a big deal out of it,
yeah,
everyone's always going to make fun of it.
Yep. In the favor of that theory, but that's what you do. You're in the best faction of all time. You work together to get those wins, and I was proud to see him win. So.
See, best faction of all time.
Champ,
That's the
number one
Buffot.
contender.
Yeah, it just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
It's true.
The Buffot.
We are so lucky, Bobby Gucci.
Buffot!
We are so lucky. We are so lucky. Thank you, guys.
This guy was a kick-ass manager, and you know what? I got texts from my manager back in LA. I obviously with Ben. I got texts from Riley. I got texts from Roca. I got BC here. We got everyone that's new to this team, to this faction. We got the Barbarian and Gray and Mike and everyone else, and I am so effing thrilled and excited to play this season.
Last question. Do you think the Finstock Exchange is going to Dan Murrell the league?
Hey, we're keeping the belt no matter what, so.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You know, Kate, when you're part of the Finstock Exchange, you're wealthy, you can afford a challenge. That's what the season is. Thank you.
I wouldn't expect anything less. Ladies and gentlemen,
That was a dope line. I like that. That was good.
That's gonna end up in a promo.
Yeah, that was a good line. That was a good line. Well, there we go. That was a season opener, guys. What did you think overall? I mean, is that one of the best? Is that already a match of the year candidate?
For that
The triple threat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's already a match of the year candidate.
That's gotta be.
What Shazam just pulled off because they pushed. I mean, Murrell again. He had to.
They got any other funny businesses gonna happen here?
He had to start perfect game. In order
You never know.
He had to tie William Bibiani.
You never know what's exactly going to happen.
He gets pushed to the limit, and that's what he did because William Bibiani fought back in that fifth rounder. He went through because you've seen him in the past with a 5-rounder, and where he just maybe he doesn't know it, and he's like, I'm not sure. But he dug deep, and he hit that 5, and he made Brendan really work to knock him out of that particular round. So, and Meyer, he came into this the super underdog and showed once again that's a future champion.
I challenge nothing
Yep.
of what you just said.
Don't challenge it. Please don't challenge it.
Enough challenging in this episode.
How many challenges were there? 2?
There's like 3 or 4.
Or was the Sylvester Stallone one was challenged? There were Attenborough. Oh, there was 3.
Yeah.
This is just the start of it, my friend.
There's enough challenges for the season.
Yeah,
That's the
already.
thing now, because you look at
Wow.
Atlanta, that was the thing. February 29th, we have our main event. We have the card. You have Emily Rose Jacobson in the undercard going up against Alex Damon in their first Inner Geekdom match that he's ever played, and she is going to try, because this is a big match for Emily Rose Jacobson. If she can beat Alex Damon in his first one, that puts a lot of spotlight. She'll be 2-1.
Yeah.
That would be another big win.
If Alex Damon though can win in Inner Geekdom,
But the main event.
I mean, he's going to be.
But is he as good at Inner Geekdom as he is Star Wars?
Well, that's the question. Like, if he's even,
I don't know if that's possible.
If he's even 75% as good, he's one of the best in the league.
He's going to be very dominating, yeah. But then there's also a chance. What if he stumbles upon a lot of Star Wars questions in that?
Yeah.
That's.
Well, I mean, Star Wars can be on the board, right? Mm-hmm. So I mean, he's got an opportunity to spin Star Wars, and then it's a death nail to whomever.
When you look at Dan Merle versus Ben Bateman, like Christian said, those tickets are on sale right now, and on sale right now. The free-for-all in March in Los Angeles, Atlanta, LA. A lot of live excitement that we're going to be announcing soon, and then we have some matches to premiere upcoming in the next few weeks. So we're going to be busy.
We're going to be very busy, and you'll be able to find the schedule. A lot of people have been asking, like, where's the new schedule for the season? You go to the Schmoedownalive.com. The schedule will be out very, very soon of all the new matches.
Yeah, we know we got RB3 and Ben Goddard.
Yep.
We have
That's right. John Roca versus Paul Oyama.
There you
That's
go.
gonna be good.
Who you got in that
Yeah.
one? Who you got in that
Roca and
one?
Oyama?
Yeah.
I feel like I have to edge Roka on that one.
Yeah. I mean, it can go. That's a coin flip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very active community on the Facebook group. Go to Facebook group, find the Schmoedown group, find us. If you're not a patron, if you want to become a patron, you should. There's going to be a lot of live streaming this season. We talked about at the beginning, the deal that we have now, the new partnership that we have with Skybound. You're going to see a lot more live streaming events this season. So check it out, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, there we go, man.
It's all thanks. I mean,
That's huge. That Skybound news is absolutely huge for the league. It's huge for everybody who is involved in the community at all. You know, if we can grow this thing. Well, I mean, think about it. What if it's a 52-week-a-year touring company? You know, I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
To be in a different city every week, doing these live shows every weekend.
That almost sounds like another form of entertainment that does that.
Yeah, no, it can very be like WWE, man. I mean, or professional wrestling. It can be. It's already a 52-week-year show, right?
Yeah.
But I think it could be a touring brand that can go to every city, major city in this country.
Shout out to our crew here today who really made this thing happen. Thank you, Ian. Thank
Yeah.
you, Noah. Thank you, all you guys.
Big ups to the
Ben, PJ, the whole crew. Really, really helped. PC,
crew that
everyone, Megan.
makes this happen, especially Megan. Good lord.
So many people. If I forgot you, I'll mention you again on SCN Live. I promise. But thank you so much. Really pulled off the event. Thank you to the Roulette Theater, and thank you guys. So, what a way to start the season, ladies and gentlemen. Movie Trivia Schmoedown, Season 7. That's Mark Ellis. I'm Christian Harloff. We will see you this season.
Boom. Well, there you go.
Next season, it all changes.
Oh, the promo.
Different landscape.
Always get a nice little promo going on.
We are coming with the fire. We are Shazam.
You're gonna see the greatest ascension in the history of the Schmoedown.
I'm the greatest of all time. I'm the greatest of all time. I'm the greatest of all time. I'm the greatest of all. I'm the greatest of all. I'm the greatest of all time. I'm the greatest of all time. I'm the greatest.
We're going to end this video with doing the best of all time version, and we're just going to have you slow-mo walk.
Yeah.
Fine. Is there a belt around here you can hold up?
It was fun somewhere, I'm sure. Another just great promo.
Those shots.
I love the free-for-all ones.
Those shots with the silhouettes.
Yeah.
That, I don't know if Eric got that or Dwayne got that, but those shots are golden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be there this year for the free for all.
This
hell deserves to be raised in the Schmoedown.
This team. Jader. Barbarian. James White. Parker.
Let's see how this shakes out, kids.
Yeah.
Woo. Man,
that's a promo that gives you chills.
That's a promo, man. That is a promo. What a season it's going to be. You know, I'm so excited for this season, man.
Jeez. Whoo, buddy.
That's a good way to begin this season.
Wow.
Yes.
Lots of big things are going to happen. That's like
Incredible.
right out the gate already. We've gotten amazing matches.
Why am I wearing a jacket?
I don't know. You're in Texas.
How do you do this every time?
I don't know. This feels comfortable to me, but continue.
So that was exactly what I was hoping for. Big matches, big wins.
Yeah.
Big trash talking just right out the gate. That was perfect.
Yeah.
Eager to see. I'm actually really eager to see now what's going to happen in studio matches.
Ooh, yeah.
Because studio matches are going to have a lot of small, minute changes due to managers are going to be more on board, watching their faction grow, having input. A lot of things like what we saw Dagnino doing a lot last season was staying off to the side and being able to call those challenges when need be for his team. Now the managers are definitely going to be there because their points are on the line.
Yeah.
So you're going to have managers and faction mates sitting there constantly looking stuff up. So there's going to be a lot of huge changes, a lot more activity on this season.
And I know like the new rules go into effect February 1st, I believe. So they're already in effect, I believe, by the time people are seeing this. So it's going to be interesting to see. You know, I know Ben Bateman has been talking about that official rule book. I want to get my hands on that. I want to get my eyes on that because there's going to be procedural changes to challenges and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So you're right. The dynamic in the studio matches and really in every match is going to change because you have at least nine people working together to ensure victory instead of just one. You know.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be a great season. There's a reason they call us the new era. Between that, Skybound, all this stuff happening, it's about time. I am ready to see the Schmoedown explode.
Can I say something? This season 7?
Yeah,
it's gonna be the best of all time. What? The boat.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you know what else is the best of all time?
What? That's me.
You know why? You wrote a book. You're an author now.
I am. I'm a published author. It's not out yet. It comes out April 14th, but it's called Back from the Future, a celebration of the greatest time travel story ever told. And it's a labor of love for sure. It was one of the most difficult creative ventures I've ever been on to write a book. It's not as easy as I actually thought it might be. But yeah, it comes out April 14th. We've already gotten like a lot of good feedback from people pre-ordering it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, IndieBound. It was a #1 new release in 4 categories on Amazon, so I was really happy with that. So it's exciting, man. And Back to the Future is my favorite trilogy of all time.
So, like, what was your connection with why Back to the Future?
So,
I mean, why not? I know that's
why
an
not?
obvious
Yeah.
question, but
well, no. So I've always loved the films my entire life. I discovered them when I was like 7 years old. I saw them on a Disney Channel marathon of all things, and that's where I saw all 3 movies the same night. And over the years, it was always the go-to movie. You know, we all have the one that when we throw on, our streaming device or what have you, or throw in a DVD. It was always Back to the Future. every single time, and I'd watch the trilogy. And then in the mid 2000s, my grandmother was actually diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, and Michael J. Fox famously has Parkinson's and has done so much incredible research with the Michael J. Fox Foundation. I actually wear the Michael J. Fox Foundation bracelet every day of my life, and that kind of tied me in more to it. It made me just feel more connected with Michael J. Fox and the trilogy. So in 2015, I was listening to all kinds of podcasts, and I was listening actually to a Seinfeld podcast called Signcast, and I was like, man, it'd be great if there was a Back to the Future show. So I went to the Apple store to see if there was a Back to the Future podcast. There wasn't. I was like, oh man, that sucks. I want to hear people talk about Back to the Future.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait a minute. I could start the podcast. I could start the Back to the Future podcast. Like if there's not one, I could do it. And so in 2015, I started the podcast, and it's going till this day, 5 years later. And we've had millions of downloads on the show, and Claudia Wells, Crispin Glover, Jeffrey Weissman, Harry Waters Jr., Kevin Pike, all these people who are involved with the movie itself or the franchise itself, they've come on and they've talked about it. So when the opportunity came to write a book, it just was a no-brainer for me to go into Back to the Future. There have been other books written about it, but I wanted to talk about it from a fan's perspective, a lifelong, live and breathe Back to the Future fan's perspective, and dive into theories and talk more about the animated series that doesn't get enough love, or the theme park ride, or all kinds of things. So it's a really exciting project, and like obviously I'm super pumped that it's coming out and people are going to be able to read it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I really love Back to the Future. I'm kind of eager to read that as well.
Well, I've always said it's the greatest, not only is it the greatest time travel story ever told, it's the greatest pure trilogy ever. Because we think about, people are like, oh, what about the original Star Wars trilogy? Well, yeah, but you've had other entries. Mm-hmm. You've had the prequels, you've had the sequel trilogy that just, wrapped and concluded. So you've had other entries, Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park. I mean, the only other pure trilogy we could even think about would be Godfather, and that third movie kind of takes a big a big dive. And Back to the Future, some people don't like the second and third one as much as the first one, and I can understand that, but they're all enjoyable films. So that's why I think it's the greatest, pure trilogy of all time.
They're generally all three, both critically and by audiences.
Box office, yeah. I mean, some people don't like the Western one, and I get that.
That's my favorite Western movie of all time.
It's the best Western movie of all time, and out of the three films, it's the most similar to Back to the Future 1, where they're stuck in the past, and Marty and Doc are trying to figure out how can I get back to the future, using the tools of the day, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, doing this reaction right now, this was your first time doing a reaction, playing along. This was the first time audiences are going to get to see your movie knowledge.
That's true.
So, if the Schmoedown, I know right now this season, the Patreon exclusive matches are all going to be What If. Mm-hmm. But if they go back into doing exhibition matches over specific things, like they did Jurassic Park one season, if they were to do a Back to the Future, would you be interested in potentially competing in that? And do you think you could possibly hold your own, regardless of the fact that you don't know who you'd be going against?
I could beat anybody in the Schmoedown for sure. Now there's another. Now Christian Harloff has actually talked about this, and we've discussed participating in this. There might be another exhibition match going down this year, and it's going to be James Bond. Mm-hmm. And the challengers would be Mike Kalinowski, of course, Tim Franco, Emma Fyffe, and the boat Brad Gilmore.
Nice.
So because James Bond's the other thing that I know almost as much as Back to the Future. I know about James Bond. So those are the two. But Frank and I played a Back to the Future fan match a couple years ago. We wiped the floor with him. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. So. Yeah, and that's with no study, no prep time. So if they were to do that, I would definitely, and I would love for y'all to react to it.
Oh, absolutely. Most 100%. Definitely. Again, I love Back to the Future. I don't know if I'm 100% that confident, but I know I would do very well in a Back to the Future trivia match as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, and it's just one of the most enjoyable movies I've ever seen. It's just so fun from beginning to end.
So I'll wait to see if you compete in one, how you do, and then I'll run my mouth.
Okay, yeah. I like that.
That's how it usually works.
Now we were talking earlier off camera about the most quotable movie of all time. Right now, I said maybe Home Alone's up there. It's like one of those you can just quote forever.
Yeah.
Back to the Future's up there too, and I always like to say my favorite quote from Back to the Future is that it's in Back to the Future 1. Marty is in Lorraine Baines' house. right? Comes down, is having dinner with his future family essentially, and then his mom grabs his leg and he gets freaked out and he runs. He's like, "All right, gotta see y'all later," right? And then his grandmother, his future grandmother, says, "Yeah, what a strange young man." And then the grandfather goes, "He's an idiot. Comes from upbringing. His parents are probably idiots too." And that's my favorite line in the movie. It's one of my favorite lines ever. I've used it so many times in reality wrestling commentary on the Schmoedown Rundown. Love that line.
So that's going to probably bring this reaction to an end. Again, this was our season premiere opening reaction. We'd really like to thank Brad Gilmore, the boat.
That's right.
For being on this reaction. It was awesome, amazing having you here. Thank you for agreeing to this.
Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all making the drive.
Big thanks on being able to have the World Gym Arena open to us.
Yes. Booker T opened the doors to the Cinefanatics, of course. And by the way, real quick, follow me on all social media at Brad Gilmore. You can find any pre-order link you need for my book at backfromthefuturebook.com, or you can just go to Amazon, type in my name. It comes right up.
Another thing, we'll probably have it down in the description
as
well.
Yeah.
So down in the description, you can find the link if you want to pre-order his book, and you want to pre-order his book.
You do, because it's the greatest, it's the best of all time. It's the boat book.
It's the boat book. The boat book. Anyways, we are the Cinefanatics. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at CinefanaticsMLP. You can follow us individually on our Twitter, Instagram. All those links are down below. Yeah. Also, make sure you join us on our Facebook group. We are at facebook.com/groups/Cinefanatics. Anything else I need to plug? This is a season opener. We haven't done one of these in a while, so I'm forgetting what
you can check out. You can check out my show, Back to the Future, the podcast. You can check out the Brad Gilmore Show, and you can check out the Hall of Fame with Booker T and Brad Gilmore here locally in Houston or in your favorite podcast app.
And then also make sure, if for some reason you're watching this and haven't watched the Schmoedown, weirdo, go to the Schmoedown Entertainment Network. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're hitting like, comment on those videos. Watch the Rundown.
Schmoedown Rundown with me and Frankie Boy Janish.
Yeah. Make sure you do all of those YouTube things for both the Schmoedown, us, everybody. And that's
Season 7, guys.
Yeah.
Season
7. So all there is left to do is make sure you subscribe to us at the Cinefanatics. You can hit the subscribe link down below, or there is also a subscribe button that's up there above their head somewhere in that space. Make sure you hit that. Over here off to the side, a couple other videos that we have made. And as always,
the new era.
Boat. With the boat.
With the boat.
Later.
See ya.
I'm the boat. Y'all are two of the best reactors the Schmoedown has ever seen.